Blair, if you're saying anything, I can't hear you.
Now, can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, there we go. I can hear you now.
Okay, how's it going, guys? Welcome to RossonARI TV. It's been a long time. I think a week or 10 days, something like that. Last time I was in the live. How's it going, guys? How are you feeling, Nathan? How are you?
Um, I'm doing good. Would have been a lot better if we could have won, but
Yeah, I understand, but
it is what it is. What it is.
I don't think we're gonna win all the games this season, so it makes sense. Unfortunately, we're having a slow start compared to what Pioli um, is used to do with Milan, and it's 4 games at the moment, or 3. Am I wrong? 4, I think.
4.
4 games, 2 draw and 2 win. Still unbeaten, but yeah, is a good slow start. Slow start. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the game. Let me see a bit the comments here. Christian Prasmino is here. Ando Petrovsky as well. How's it going, guys? Terrible game. Ciao, Christian. I've been doing well. Bit around for work, so I miss you too, man. Somebody missed me in this channel. uh, I was thinking of Rebic and Origi broke as well. I was thinking this was the perfect game for Origi.
Yeah,
there was enough space for him to run behind defenders and create some chances. Giroud is too slow for this type of games. I don't think he can do well. Giroud is so dependent on Leao. Really dependent on Leao.
And like caveat after that as well. Even when Giroud had his chance, because Salamakers did put in a good through ball, or not through ball, but a ground pass in the second half, like in the beginning. Remember? And he shot the ball like I don't know. He just missed it essentially. So with him being so dependent, he's not in the game. So he even though he's playing, he's still kind of rusty.
Yeah. I think we need a lot of things anyway, but it was a bad game overall. All the team played really bad in my opinion. I cannot blame a specific player or a specific situation. It was a bad team performance. Let me say hi to a bit of people. What's up, guys? What's up, Paul? Let me put the link on the chat. Let's see if anyone wants to join us. It's 18 people on the live. I'm not in a great mood, but we have to do this. It helps you to to get over this bad game. But by the way, let's go with this news that is that came out today, I think, or yesterday. That now the Yankees, Drake, LeBron, and a bunch of big investors in the United States are helping Jerry Cardinale to join to buy.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Well, I don't know about Drake. I thought LeBron was sponsored by Nike.
I think this is a private investment for him. It's all about him investing on Redbird.
But I don't know if I can't hear. I don't know if anybody's like able to hear me or not.
Yeah. Good evening, guys. How are you doing?
Good evening, man.
If I'm wrong. I think LeBron's sponsored by Nike, so how can he endorse Milan?
I think he indirectly invests through Redbird. I don't know. It's kind of complicated.
Yeah. It's actually it's more simple than what we think. These investors, they invested on Redbird to the Milan project. Simple as that. So LeBron James has, I don't know, he wants to invest 50 million in football. He buys part of the investors on Redbird, and we're gonna put that money to buy Milan. So it's pretty simple. So that's it. Anyway, Magic Mike saved our ass. Gio is here. Saif is here. Anton is here. Nathan is here. Someone is trying to log in, but is having some issue with the internet. So I don't know. Carlo Moretti on the comments. Who wants to start? Who wants to give an opinion about the game? An analysis about the game?
Very disjointed in attack.
Yeah. All the
Very,
team was
very
quite disjointed.
Well, I was fine with the defense, and I was fine with the double pivot. To be honest, I didn't think that Pobega did. I don't think he did a bad job. It's his
I
first
think he
start.
played well. He
Yeah,
played well.
I thought he did well too, to be honest. But I mean, once you get beyond the double pivot, everything else was just, ooh, it was really. We're getting the Liao that was pissing everybody off prior to last year.
Leo had a really bad game, and I'm talking about his attitude more than actual. You know, I really don't care about technical or if
Well,
you
yeah,
don't
we
have the
know.
right attitude, that's the problem.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. We obviously know he has the skill and the capability, but if his mind's not right, then it doesn't matter how much skill you have.
Yeah.
Plus, Drew wasn't suited for this kind of game. I don't think he should play like this. I think we should keep him only for the big matches because that's his spot. And also, all of the team today in the attacking phase was really, really bad. The only good thing that somebody did, I don't know, maybe a lot of people won't agree, but Messias was looking great from the bench. And that should be his role. He had some good moves, but the finishing touch was missing. We only had like 2 shots on target, which is terrible. Sassuolo had more shots on target. They need to wake up a little bit. It's not the same passion they had last year. They're still celebrating. If they continue like this, it won't be good. Now we have to win the derby. We cannot go for a draw because we already drew 2 other games. So we'll see what that means.
We have to win is a big statement. I think the most important thing is not losing. Always these games are. It's more important not to lose than actually to win these games. Of course, again, the mentality should be let's win the game. Let's be focused and win the game. But sometimes you need to be careful.
Again, it was 2 away games with 2 difficult teams. Last year we lost to Sassuolo, I think, in the one game, 1-3.
Yeah, on the 2 games we lost against Sassuolo, but we won the 2 games against the
But that Sassuolo also had Scamacca, Raspadori, and also as well as Berardi, of course, but also as well.
Yeah, but did you see them today? They played for the draw. They played from start to finish to get the draw. They didn't even try to attack.
Well, of course, they lost too many important attackers to even attempt to compete in playing. I mean, I don't blame them for how they played.
No, I don't blame them as well.
Actually, that's a good point. I think Sassuolo had a great game. As much as we were really poor, Sassuolo made us look poor as well. They had a great game. They were tactically really organized. They were not going for the goal, but they were thinking more and covering their positions. They didn't park the bus, for sure. They had their chance. They tried to go forward, but they were more conservative than usual. So I think this season Sassuolo is going to be a different team.
I agree.
But let's see. What I saw as well, that counter attack we did the first half with I think was Diaz, and he gave the ball to Florenzi, and Florenzi missed the last pass on the right side. I don't know if you guys remember that counter attack.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Actually, what happened is Diaz passed it to how to say. He didn't pass it in front of Florenzi. He passed it behind Florenzi, if that makes sense. So also Diaz messed up in the counter attack.
He passes on the Florenzi's right foot. That's what Diaz does. He passes to your strong foot. He didn't pass it deep on the left foot because Florenzi was on the left at that moment. He gave it to Florenzi so he can actually curve it on the right with the right foot or control it with his right foot. I don't know where Leao was in that situation. I don't remember exactly. I think Leao was running to go on the right side at that moment. So the intention of the Diaz, I think, I'm just guessing here, to pass it to Florenzi on his right foot and Florenzi straight away on the right to Leao so he can finish. It's like moving the defense, the Sassuolo defense on the right, so the person on the other side can be free to shoot with the second pass. Anyway, we were sloppy in the final pass. Everyone was really sloppy in the final pass. And Leao, even his conclusion was shit.
Man, I'm pissed about Leao. One game he plays like the best player in the world. The next 2-3 games he doesn't do anything. I think he needs to fix that ASAP if he wants that salary that he's asking.
Guys, I agree with that, and I think he should do better. But let's also look at it from this fact. This game as well. You cannot expect to give Leao every single time we have possession. We give the ball to Leao and hey, go save us. It doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't always work like that. The pressure,
I agree with that as
guys,
well.
guys.
No, one second.
One second. Yeah.
No, I think me and Andon were not asking that. What we are asking is that if Leao gets the ball 50, 30, 40 yards far away from the goal, it is fine to just pass the ball instead of always trying a dribbling, always doing a difficult thing. Just fucking pass the ball and make a movement, make a run. Give the ball to the striker and run. Give the ball to Theo and go and run. And no one is asking him to solve us our situation. Just make the right decision. Simple as that.
Nobody is asking from him to score every single game or make an assist every single game. But there's games like this when he doesn't do anything. That's what pisses me off about Leao. He has the potential. He has everything to be a very, very great player. But he still has some problems in the head. He needs to fix that.
And we need to get a right wing, man. I'm tired of Macias. I'm tired of Salad. Like Macias, like let's be honest, guys. I hear you saying that he's a sub. Come on, man. Like we've been struggling after Suso left. He was okay. Suso was okay, but now it's time that management got to see. Management
Suso was the cancer of the team.
No,
Suso
I know, but I'm
player.
just saying that he was okay. So we upgrading every position except for the right wing. Salad, he couldn't even pass to a wide open Giroud twice. And Macias, when he's on the counterattack, he can't even cross the ball to the other person so he could just tap it in. He's over here doing flicks, man. I feel very disgusted. I'm not in panic, but you know what? Other teams have gotten better. Roma gotten better. Lazio, Sarri's under his second year. So we need to shape up. Last year we had 10 points. Now we have 8 points, and we're going into the derby. If Pioli saw that the game wasn't working, then he needed to change everything by halftime. This Sassuolo team is like the worst since they came up from Serie B, and that's fact. Like they lost all their stars, all their threats. They weren't really doing anything. So I mean, at the end of the day, this is that we need to shape up because this team we're playing with now, we're gonna be playing with 10 men again, and Serie A, Serie A will catch up to you. They're gonna figure out how to take away the left side and Leao and Theo Hernandez, and we're gonna be stuck because Macias and Salamaker is like watching paint dry on the wall. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, both of them are bench players.
And we don't have anybody that can actually shoot from the outside and actually making a worthwhile shot. Like one of the things I really like about Malinowski is that you can't allow this guy to shoot from outside. You know what I'm saying? So somebody has to step up, and it's going to distort the shape. At Milan, we don't have anything like that. So these guys can sit and be compact because they're not coming from outside the box that's actually going to be a good shot. We don't have anybody like that.
Yeah, against teams when they play like this, you have to try long shots. They didn't even try single one.
You got to make them exactly.
And
you one more thing
one more thing that pissed me off is the corners. We had like 8 corners. We didn't make one single good delivery.
Bro, do you know how much I was raging, especially as the guys in the group chat? Every time,
Also-
even the game against Atalanta, that corner, we play it in a weird way, man. I don't know what we do. We pass it and then we return it to
They
the
only
player.
go to the first side, the closer side of the post. They don't go
Well,
to the second post or in the
Yeah.
the
middle.
problem is, so this is the thing. When these, if you notice, the one thing that they teach you in football, especially when you get older, is when you're trying to do a cross, they want you to do a driven cross. The problem is when you do a driven cross, driven passes are usually they're gonna be low. So these guys, they need to focus first on not exactly lofting the ball up, but just getting the ball higher in the air, and then
Yeah.
work on putting more power behind the cross. But it doesn't matter how much power you get if it doesn't get past the first defender. So these guys need to work on just putting the ball in the air into a dangerous spot, because until you get that basic fundamental down, everything else doesn't matter.
But Nathan, it's worse than that because every time they do otherwise, they shoot it very powerful and it goes to the out. Even with many crosses that we have, every time a player crosses, it goes up on like on every player. It's weird. I don't know. I'm not saying they're not professional. This is Milan. Of course, they work on it on training, but they need to do better because it's unacceptable. I like not even shitting you guys. I feel embarrassed to say that the champions of Serie A can't even score from a freaking corner. You know, it's really bad.
Have
Well,
like
it's
how
not even the
many?
fact.
8, 9 corners?
Some people are saying on the chat that Kia is injured. I don't know if that is right.
No, he's not
No,
injured, but he has to be
he's-
substituted because he's still not ready for a 90-minute game. It's not
Yeah,
an injury.
yeah.
just a concussion. And I was very happy to see him play a longer period of time. I don't know, he's very, very influential
and
for
see-
the team.
And see, this is the other thing too. If you're making your substitutions, because you guys realize we were playing with the man down the last 10 so minutes of the game.
7 minutes. 7
You're
minutes.
Yeah, but
7
Pioli
minutes.
used
7
all the substitution. That's why he cannot do it.
It-
Because now,
exactly that's why you don't start your game with two players who have been simply ineffective, because you're wasting
Yep.
two substitutions that are crucial at those stages of the game. But because you start with two ineffective players, you fucked your team because you wasted 50 to 60 minutes with players who simply don't know what the fuck they're doing.
and one more thing about the substitution, I think the problem is because of the rules. Yes, you can do 5 substitution, but you have only limited 3 times to do them.
3 slots, yeah.
I think that played also a part. You cannot do like 5 different substitution, so he had to choose.
I understand Pioli, having the derby, just playing a game. I understand that he has to rotate players, but you cannot start Diaz and Salamakers with each other, man. Regardless
Why?
of
What's
whether
wrong
we
with
think
that?
no,
We
bec-
won games with them in the pitch.
okay, and we saw what happened today. Not even a single chance created. Come on, man.
Nah. First of
No.
all,
And Larry,
we had
we know
chances
that
the first half. We had some chances the first half.
Larry, we
Diaz
know
was
What
that
not that
chances?
bad
we've won
this game.
games with them.
Okay.
We know that we've won games with them, Larry. We know that,
Okay, I get it.
but we know that it's not.
Okay, 55 minutes, 55. CDK and Tonali and Messias come in. What is your excuses?
It's not
CDK.
fair. Lart,
So-
one question.
Larry,
Listen.
No, it's not
Lart,
fair. It's not fair. You guys blaming single players when
No.
all the team was off.
Yeah,
All
Lart,
the team.
one question. Lart,
Full team was
Guys
off.
are coming into a game where
Lart. Sorry. Lart, you're a fair and honest guy. I want to ask you one question. If we had we had CDK in place of Diaz in the first half, or I don't know, on the right wing, whatever Pioli wants to play him. Don't you think our chances of scoring or creating more chances or being more direct at goal would have been higher? Be honest with me. Come on.
I don't know, because the problem is that the team was not bringing the ball to Diaz properly or to Selemek. For example, wait a second. There was
go ahead.
3 long balls to Selemek. There was 3 long balls to Selemek because all of them went out of the pitch, or they were too far away from him or too short. we were really sloppy to bring the ball up front as a team. We were doing the wrong runs. We were not. There was not a cohesive work behind the game we were doing.
I'll give you that.
So even if you put another guy,
Larry.
and so Diaz, I'm not saying Diaz had a good game, but the team didn't give him like 6-7 balls, and he missed them. He got a wrong pass. He was not getting any ball because the team was not good enough to actually bring the ball. And we saw that with CDK in the pitch the last for good 35 minutes. Even him, he was not getting a lot of balls, not for his fault. The team was really sloppy. We could not do 10 decent passes, and every pass we were doing was always too short, too long, too strong, too weak. It was not good. That football is not good. Whatever, you can put the best players over there. If football is not good, the ball doesn't come to your dangerous players. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Even Giroud was doing some flicks, some passes, some link-ups, and they were completely wrong. I think the mentality, the approach was completely wrong. The players are thinking too much. We won the league in this stadium. How beautiful it was 3 months ago. I don't know what they're thinking, but they are not in the right state of mind to win games.
They were thinking they could get an easy victory here. They underestimate.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, maybe they underestimate the team. They say it's gonna be a 3-0. We had.
I'll give you that, Larry. I'll give you that. However, I have not seen Diaz float a ball over the top like CDK did for Kalulu.
Yeah, but because Kalulu at that moment, sorry, 1 second. Kalulu in that situation, he did the run. So well done to Kalulu that actually got the ball. In that situation, I think he recovered the ball in the middle of the pitch and he started. But let's say 1 second. Let's say.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, do you remember that? How's it called? Pobega gave a really good ball to Giroud, a through ball, and Giroud stopped too long, and he hit the ball, and the ball went to Leao, and Leao kicked the ball outside the stadium, something like that. That's a chance, man. That's a chance. It was really, really sloppy, but we created a chance right there. Giroud's 36 is not quick enough to be dangerous in that run, in that cut through. Leao was really sloppy on the second, on the rebound, whatever you want to call it, that one.
Also,
also when Leao shoots the ball, there is two people, Selemakers and Diaz. They are alone on the right, so he can actually pretend to shoot the ball and pass it to Diaz or Selemakers. They are basically alone because the goalkeeper is on the floor. He's trying to go back.
I'm sorry,
so these are things.
As a number 10, your job is to be creative, even if you're not having a good game. And Diaz is more often than not very creative.
I think every time Diaz got the ball, he tried to do something, and most of the time, at least he didn't lose. Yeah. He didn't lose the ball. Maybe he did a predictable pass, a simple pass. But at the end of the thing, when the team is not, Diaz is not Maradona, it's not Messi, you know what I mean? He's not gonna drag the team, dribble 3 players, and make the difference. Yes, and I don't think CDK is yet not that player. So if CDK in a team like this, you can give him the ball. What is gonna do?
But Larry, the problem is we know Diaz and Salamakers are not in good form. We know this, so you cannot play 2 out of form players at the same time. That's
I don't know, man. I don't know. Pioli maybe knows better than me.
But
it's just not a good strategy to play.
He knows. Yes, he knows. No one claiming that anyone knows better than Pioli. He just got it extremely, massively, categorically wrong, and it's okay to acknowledge that he got it wrong.
Listen, I think he got. Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think that Pioli got that much wrong, maybe except for playing, but also he didn't have too much choice. 2 out of his options that he planned for the Sassuolo game got injured day before the game, and I think that changed a lot. I think with Origi and Rebic, it would be a totally different game. because they have totally different characteristics than Giroud. In the first half, that shot from Giroud when he was in a good position was embarrassing. I don't know how did he manage to miss the goal for that much. Plus another thing, Diaz didn't have that bad of a game. He didn't have an excellent game, but he was decent. The only problem was we couldn't get it in the last third of the pitch. We couldn't get the ball into the penalty area. We couldn't get chances and shots. But other than that, Diaz had a good game. And what I think
that's what you judge him on. That's what you judge him on.
May I ask?
Go ahead.
May I? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, may I ask Andon, what's your definition of a decent good game?
Well, he had good passes. He didn't have something amazing to do, but he wasn't terrible as he can know in the first. I think it was in the second game. In the second game, he was awful. But compared to the second game, this game he was a lot better. I'm not saying he had an excellent game, but he did some good moves. Basically, this game, everybody sucked. Every single one of them. Nobody had a good game.
Yeah, we all agree.
What I think about the Diaz solution can be, he could be tried on the right wing. I think he can be a lot more effective in that area because he couldn't go to the middle. He doesn't have the physicality.
We tried Diaz on the wing. It doesn't work.
They didn't try them that much. But on the right wing, as a right winger, he can be an option. Maybe Pirlo can try to do something like that. But through the middle, he simply doesn't have the physicality.
I would go more. I would go even more. How can I say it? Experimental and put Selemakers on the left, Messias on the right, and Leao as a striker. Keep Giroud on the bench. That I would do.
The problem is Leao as a lone striker, he does not understand the proper runs. When he was at Lille, he played as a shadow striker. He understands the shadow striker position, but as a lone striker, especially a striker who doesn't deal with the play, Leao does not understand the proper runs.
I get it. He doesn't understand, and he's not good as Giroud as a striker.
He would have been more effective. He would have been more effective than Giroud.
Exactly. There was space there. There was space that Leao could have run through, and maybe just throwing the ball from Kier or from a midfielder to that space, you could have been dangerous and create some more chances. Something that Giroud doesn't allow you to do that.
I agree with you, Larry, except for the fact that Pioli has not demonstrated that he has the technical prowess to get Leao to understand these things. That's my only problem. That's my own. Other than that, I 100% agree with you. But we already know any striker other than Rebic that's up there, he simply tries to make them be a hold-up striker. That's my only problem.
I understand. Leao is not tactically is not a genius, but I think he knows how to stay on side, first of all. Because in this game, you stay on side. The moment your midfielder or your number 10 or your wing has the ball, you run. You run to the space. There was a lot of space today. And you could have been more dangerous. And you can even risk it, as you guys say, I know Diaz had never played on the left, or you could have risked a Diaz, CDK, Selemakers behind Leao and tell them to play more in the middle or go wide, whatever they wanted to do it. You could have risked a bit more because you had this issue with Origi and how you call it, Rebic. So my whole thing is, don't change the strategy just because Origi and Rebic got injured. Stay with your strategy. I knew he wanted a fast player in this game. Keep that fast player and stay with Giroud on the bench.
It would have been better off to have Diaz as a false nine, so when Diaz checks into the middle, Leao can then make those runs about it.
CDK as a striker. I think he's a good striker. He can play as a striker.
But you remember how Pioli was doing that thing where he had one of the CDMs switch with Krunic whenever they were on the attack? So I was thinking, like, if you had CDK as the number 10 and you had Diaz as a false 9, when Diaz checks in, you can have CDK go up as the striker instead. So instead of having like the CDM switch, you would have the number 10 switch with the striker and just have a little bit more confusion and, unpredictability. But yeah, this wasn't it today.
Anyway, the team played really bad, and I cannot blame. It's really hard in games like this to blame one single player.
They're all shit. They're all garbage. All of them.
I don't even think they had individually. No one had a really bad, apart from Selemakers and Leao. In my opinion, no one really had a bad game. They just didn't match with each other. It's weird to explain.
Yeah.
At the end we did a 0-0, and Sassuolo played really well. So I cannot say they played. You get that player, oh, he played really bad. He misses a lot of passes. He didn't run. They actually did the job. Just they couldn't find each other. There was no chemistry. There was not a team organization.
There were two things that really pissed me off in the end, and I know that we were playing with 10 men, basically. The lack of emotion and grinta in the end. I think we played like a joke at the end of the game. Like I just wanted to turn off the TV. I was with my father, and he says, like, well, that was a really like big waste of time. Nothing happens. Second of all, this whole how can I say, long passing that we're doing. Every time someone gets the ball, he just shoots it up the field like a long pass and expects Giroud to hold it up and do something. It's not working at the moment, and we've been doing it a lot this season. I hope we don't do it against Inter because it's not gonna help. They have tall motherfuckers.
Well, remember, me and Roy have already said that Zlatan's the only one that can actually do that effectively on the team.
Exactly.
Giroud is not good at that.
Yeah.
And also one problem that we have Milan as a team, the whole team is not used to play as a favorites, because this season is something different from previous seasons. Previous seasons, nobody believed in them, but well, most people didn't believe in them, and they had the urge to prove themselves. Now this year, at the start at least, that is missing. That extra edge they had, that extra passion they had is missing. They're not playing like they played last year. Even last year, when we had games like this, we had a lot of games where it was tight or we were losing, but in the last like 20-30 minutes of the game, they gave everything. They had chances, scored goals, won games, even draw some of them.
Yeah.
This time, there was nothing out of that. They need to learn how to be the favorites. They still haven't learned that.
They need some arrogance. They need to go into the field and they need to play like they're better than the other team. To really show that. Yeah.
Ibra should be on the bench there. I don't know what he's doing. Why he's not there?
Vasily is here, by the
What's
way,
going on,
and
guys?
Ernesto as well.
Hello.
Sorry,
So
man.
what the hell happened today?
Okay.
Because I didn't watch the game. I was working. I didn't even follow the game.
Was a bad game. You didn't miss anything. A
He didn't
0-0.
miss
Classic.
anything,
A
terrible
0-0 Serie A game, man.
Man, I wish I was in your place. I wish I missed the game as well. I wish I was in your place. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even watch highlights then, man. So I don't get pissed off.
There
There
are no
are no
except
highlights.
for the penalty.
Yeah, literally no highlights the whole game.
Only the penalty
I mean-
that Mike said.
I mean, let's watch the highlights. I'm curious to see what they put on the highlights.
We can.
Because
We can if you want to play it. I'm okay with it.
No, I'm not playing it because the video is gonna go down.
Yeah. Fuck it.
It's
Still,
basically
literally.
the first part
It's
of the
basically-
season.
basically gonna be the penalty, the Leao chance, and I don't know.
Maybe Giroud's chance in the second
That's
half.
it.
The Giroud chance. I think we had an header. No,
Well, remember,
Anyway,
Salamakers gave it to Giroud in the beginning of the second half, and he fucked it up.
yeah, really, really, really bad game. We need to do better. We need to go back to the basics.
Was
I don't know.
Zlatan at the game? Was he watching?
No.
It was not there.
That makes sense now. Because every time he's there, you can see like the guy. I'm like almost 100% sure. Like every time he's at the game, they're more motivated. I don't know. It's just my observation.
Yeah, that's true. I also said that. He's
You
missing
know,
from the bench.
It's almost like we don't have anyone on the field that is willing to hold people accountable when they fuck up.
Well,
like we
everybody
don't-
is young
it's
except
like-
for Giroud.
It's like we don't have a captain, man. This is something I want to see. Like even when Calabria when he plays, I know he plays good. I'm not digging him out, but I don't see the personality of a captain. That really pisses me off, to be honest.
Only I can see that in Tonali, but it's still too early for him.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the future, he will be, but now. But the problem is, besides Ibra and Giroud, we don't have that experienced player that can do that. Yeah, Giroud is experienced, but he never was a leader in any of his teams. So
He's
basically,
honestly,
they're all good teams.
He's a
I
passive
think
person.
I think Manyan would be a good captain. He has a
Yeah,
personality.
but you need someone who's like who's in the middle of the field and is like, Magnon can't fucking sprint 80 yards to go fuck
Yeah.
somebody up because you need someone. Maybe have two people with the captain's armband. Maybe have at the same time. One
And
in the goalie, and then the one who's in the field that's actually gonna make sure people do what they're supposed to do.
Theo needs to be more aggressive and more arrogant.
And
Theo
more,
has the skills.
he needs to cut the bullshit, man. Throwing himself away, diving with no reason. He needs to get his shit together and be more.
Yeah, that diving from him is also very bad. He's like physically one of the strongest players in Serie A. He's built, he's everything, his speed. He needs to be a little bit more arrogant and more decisive. I don't know if you remember, he did one dribble, almost dribbled the whole team again. He needs to do that more often.
Yeah.
And he needs to wake up the people in the pitch. He needs to tell them, yo, Leao, stop fucking dribbling past the ball. I think they're too young. They are too friends with each other. They don't see it as a work environment at the end. And there is leaders. Yeah.
That's what I was telling on Saturday when we were watching a game in Discord. I was talking to Anwar and I said, Leao, so far this season, I don't like what I'm seeing.
It's the old Leao.
And Bayern Yang, basically.
No, Leao. I'm talking about Leao's performance.
Yeah, I know. He's playing like Mbaye Young, to be honest. He reminds me a lot of him.
Yeah. He's overdoing a lot. He needs to play simple sometimes. He's just overdoing. He's thinking that he's gonna take on 3 defenders and just pass them, dude. You're not. You're not at that level. I'm sorry, man. Like
he really. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The last thing I want to say, he had definitely awesome second half last season, but that doesn't mean that you need to stop developing and learning. And and that's what Zlatan said. It's all in his fucking hands and it's all in his head. He can become the greatest football player ever. In that speech that he gave in the bus, I don't know if you guys remember, but he did say like this guy has huge potential to become like a superstar. It's all in his head.
But he needs to evolve his game. And he really believes that we won the title thanks to him, and he's trying to dribble everyone every time he gets the ball, which is so not true. We won the title thanks to him as well, but the reason was bringing the ball to him in the last 30 meters for him to be dangerous on a 1v1. He's trying the dribbling on a 1v5 and going where? I don't know where he's going with that dribbling. Why is he even trying that dribbling?
He needs to get a little bit more humble and to trust the team a little bit more.
Yeah, trust the team, because at the moment he's the worst player we have in the pitch, in my opinion.
And honestly, if he continues performing like this, man, I would honestly say, shit, give me that fucking 150 million, man.
We will not get 150 million, guys. How many times guys, please, 150 million for Leao. This is never gonna happen, guys. Let's be honest with ourselves. Come on.
I mean, especially now, like if we do sell him in the winter, we'll be lucky if we get like 80 million, 70 million.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine at keeping Leao another season. It's not that. But if through this season it doesn't evolve his game on that side, I'm happy to sell him for 100 million or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the good.
Yeah, he needs to understand he's not untouchable. I think in his head, he really truly thinks that you're right. He thinks that he won the title for us and he is this big shot now. His agent wants 8 million, whatever he's asking for. It's like, bro, you just won one title. What the fuck, man? You're nowhere near the best players, man.
But that's also happens when you literally have no backup in the team. He has no backup.
That's true. That's true too, man. That's true too. Like, I'm not gonna deny that fact because Rebic is also like fucking hit or miss, man, with that guy. You know what I mean? Like he's not consistent.
And I'm not excusing Leao, but maybe there's a world in which Leao needs a rest, man. He keeps playing every single game. We keep having these expectations for him every single game. Maybe he needs like a Rebic, you know, if he was fit. I don't know, in another dimension, another universe,
No,
to play in his
Safe,
place
no,
sometimes.
no,
Safe, but
Safe,
I
no,
agree
we,
with
no,
you.
Safe, we
I
need more
agree with
center
you.
backs and we need more center backs and double pivot players. We need at least 5 more of those in each position, and then maybe we might look at another position. Maybe.
Safe,
Maybe we'll
sorry.
get Ziyech on loan. Maybe.
But this is what you're saying. It makes sense if Leao is actually tired, or is actually doing the right decision, and he's alone. But Leao is always losing the ball, man. He's not passing the ball. The problem with Leao is his decision making, not his fact that he's tired. He's fresh, man. I can see it. He's fresh. He's just making the wrong decision. He's getting the ball in the middle, 50 yards from the goal, and he's starting to dribble. Who the fuck wants you to dribble, man? I'm not impressed with that. I don't want a guy that dribbles 5 players. I want a guy that plays for the team, because I know that the team is gonna put you in a position to finish and score goals. So just pass the ball to your teammate. So no, I don't have 4 games. The season just started. It's 4 games. Leao has 0 excuses. What are you saying? You, Saif, and Nathan are saying, for me, that doesn't exist. Leao has 0 excuses.
The one goal
He doesn't have any
Leao had.
injury.
The one goal Leao had, we actually had a real playmaker on the field.
You mean CDK, when the CDK was playing?
He could have had like 3 assists in that game. Literally, 3 assists.
Yeah, because sorry, Nathan. Because right. No, hold on a second. The game against Udinese, we scored 4 goals, and Leao did a shit game as well.
No, Bologna.
Bologna. Sorry. No, I'm talking about Udinese. I know Nathan say one team we had a good number 10. Leao played well. No, we had another game that we played really well as a team, and Leao played like shit. Was starting to dribble everyone, was not doing the right thing, and did nothing in that game. Thank God the right side of the team created chances, and we won 4-2. So it's not Nathan. It's not the fact that he doesn't have a number 10.
We won 4-2 because we had at least Macias on the right and not Salamakers. But the problem is when Leao does bad, you need the rest of the team to pick up the slack. But when the rest of the team is not doing good, then it's only Leao that you have the
Nathan,
you want to do something.
But
Leao is doing bad the basics. Leao is doing bad the basics. He's not passing the ball.
And so is Diaz, and so is Salamakers.
No, Diaz is
Giroud too.
passing the ball, man. Diaz in the middle of the pass doesn't start to dribble. Whoa,
yeah,
man,
but neither Diaz nor Salamakers are asking 7 million salary. Leao is asking. He needs to back that up. You cannot have this was the 4th round of the championship. Out of 4 games, he had 3 shit games. Even in the game with Bologna, yes, he scored and provided an assist. He didn't have an excellent game. He needs to wake up. His best game for Milan was the last round of the Campionato last year, when he provided 3 assists because he wasn't selfish. He was passing the ball. He needs to continue to do that. If he doesn't do that, we will get games like this.
I agree that he also needs to do the basic things as well. But when you give the ball to Diaz or Salamakers, and they literally do absolutely nothing, you lose trust.
He's not giving the ball to them.
Ball to this guy,
no,
he's not...
Nathan, it doesn't work what he's saying, because he's not giving the ball.
With what you guys
he's
are
not
saying.
Passing the ball. He's not passing the ball.
I'm
sorry, man.
When you give it to him, but Larry, when they do something, when he gives them the ball, they don't do shit with it.
No. Give the ball, Nathan. I'm not gonna rob a back. Nathan, stop for a fucking second, man. I'm not gonna rob a back because politicians are shit. I'm gonna still be a proper citizen, and Leao needs to do the same. He's not a fucking the backyard playing with your mates, they are all shit. I'm gonna dribble everyone because they don't know how to play football. It's a professional football. You pass the ball, you follow the script, you follow the tactics. And if your teammates are not good, they don't pass you back the ball, they're gonna disappear. They're gonna go to the bench. They're gonna get criticized, and you're gonna do well anyway. But it's not that. He's not passing the ball to Diaz, and Diaz is losing every ball he's passing. That is not true. He's actually losing every ball because he's trying a dribble that is useless. And
Okay,
that is
Lord.
the biggest issue.
And why
For
do
me.
you why not excusing him? He's been shit. But why do you think he's trying extra hard? Maybe because
Because he's
he's
an
attacking
idiot.
Because
Because he's
no,
an idiot.
that's not. But
Because he's an
that's not a
idiot.
realistic
That's my
explanation, man.
opinion.
Maybe those
That's my
attacking
opinion.
players, maybe those attacking players are not helping him out at all, man. This game, they're not
Okay,
at all.
dude. Leao
No,
is
he's
losing
too
every
full of
ball, and
himself.
Leao is losing every ball, and his teammates are still passing the ball to him. Are still trusting him. He needs
I
to do the
think
same.
I think
You
the
guys,
hype.
if you think like these are kids, you need to
Yeah, I
think
think the
different.
hype that was built around him for the performances last season and that he got the MVP of Serie A got to his head a little bit too early. I think he has a psychological problem. The problem is in his head. He needs to little bit to calm down to show some consistency, and then maybe he can act like he's acting right now. Basically, he's acting like he's Ibra, but he hasn't done anything to deserve that. At least Ibra has deserved that. Even Ibra, when he's like the most important player we have, even if he's not playing, Ibra, when he couldn't play, he didn't play. He tried to pass the ball. He showed that he can play for the team. While Leao currently is only concerned about himself. He wants to show off, to do dribbles, to do something. I don't know what his problem. Either he wants to get a better, much bigger salary, or to sell himself a little bit better. But he needs to cut that out, because what he's doing right here, it wouldn't pass in any other club. Yeah, let's say even Chelsea gets him for 100 million. Do you think that the style of play he plays, it will pass in the Premier League? No, he will get destroyed immediately because of the physicality of the league. He needs to learn a little bit to calm himself down, to trust the team a little bit better, and then maybe then he will get the 7 million he's asking.
You know what he needs? He needs like to snap out of it, and Zlatan needs to bitch slap him and like bring him back to his senses,
Exactly.
man. Like seriously, man. Because
Zlatan
this
is missing. He
oh
needs
big
to
time,
be on
man.
the bench to scream from there. I don't know why he's not.
Yes. I that's the first question I had. Was Zlatan on the bench?
I don't know why
And-
he's not. The first 4 games he wasn't even one of
No,
the
he was. Last game for sure.
Last game he
Saturday
was?
game he was there. He was there.
San
Saturday.
Siro, he goes. San Siro, he goes. Anyway, two games away, we struggled, both of them. So
That's
don't
an early red like alerts for Pioli. He needs to tweak things around. He needs to have a sit down one-on-one with all those players and let them know, hey, listen, what the fuck are you guys doing? What do you guys? You thought you already won a second Scudetto just because you won last year? That doesn't work that way, man.
I think Pioli sometimes is way too nice, man. He's way too nice with
Yeah,
some players.
he's too
He needs
nice.
to show. He needs to be more aggressive, man. They need to like. I'm not saying they don't respect him, but you need that. You need that fear sometimes to do better. You need the coach like a Conte, You need
Well,
you need to be scared of him sometimes in order to do better. Pioli needs to do that sometimes.
I also think they don't respect him enough. Even the song "Pioli is on Fire," when it started a little bit as a joke. Yeah, now it's not a joke, but when it started, the play started as a joke. So he needs to be a little bit more strict to show some authority in the team. But he's too
Yeah.
nice. He needs to change that if he wants to get better things from Milan, or for the players to improve. Because games like this, you cannot listen. Another thing, these are 2 away games with difficult teams. It's Sassuolo and Atalanta. Let's not forget. The results are not that bad, but we are capable of so much better. At least this game we should have won. Maybe Atalanta no, but this game we should have won.
Andon,
And
I am really okay with us losing the game. Sorry for interrupting. If we lost today, or if we lost against Atalanta, and we played better, we created chances, we showed more heart. Believe me, I would congratulate the team.
Also,
But the
me as
fact,
well.
the fact that in corners last minute, you instead of doing a chance to score, you keep passing and then passing and then passing and not even crossing the ball last minute of the game. This is where things don't make sense.
Yeah, I was so pissed at that Atalanta game with the last corner Florence. I was
Man,
so pissed.
yeah.
I mean, it's the last chance of the game. What the fuck are you doing? Cross the ball. Do something. Yeah, that's the problem. They're not showing the same heart they had last year. I think they're struggling to do the transition from an underdog team to a contender team, to a favorite team. I think they have
Yeah,
problems.
they need to switch their mentality
And
to
I mean,
become
if
a big team mentality.
if he thinks that playing like this, if you continue playing like this, he'll be lucky if he gets a renewal for 2.5 million a season, man. He needs to understand, based on your performance. 1/2 of the season doesn't mean you can ask for 8 million a year. Zlatan is a fucking champion, man. Don't even compare yourself to Zlatan, man. You're not on that level even close. So, like, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe it's his agent whispering in his ear too. I bet it's part of it too. That in a summer he was like, "Look at you, you won MVP, man. Look at this. Everybody wants you. That Milan would have to pay, man." And it definitely got in his head, man. Definitely.
Yeah, that's another thing. The contract talks, the transfer talks, I think, are getting to his head. But I think Cardinale should give him the contract, and if he doesn't perform, sell him next season, no matter what. But give him the contract. Give him, maybe he deserves it for the Scudetto he won. Give him chance one more season. If he shows up and if he does good things, let him stay. If he continues to think, just sell him.
I think he's gonna change his mentality because he is so close. He just needs to pass the ball. It doesn't need to do anything incredible. I'm not even asking him to run more or to be more defensive, more aggressive. He doesn't even need to do more to be more aggressive. He just needs to start to pass the ball to his teammate. Because the moment, I mean, the season before, he was passing the ball and the ball was coming to him. Chances was coming to him. Every time the team was creating a situation that was bringing him to run to open space and score goals. I mean, the goal he had against Atalanta, Messias gave him a great pass. So why not trusting your teammates? Everyone is passing. He didn't score goals running by himself. His teammates gave him the ball to go and score goals. So he needs to pass the ball. I think he just needs some experienced players. He needs Zlatan, Giroud, those old guys here to talk to him and tell him, listen, you're a great player. You give everything anyway because he runs. I'm not complaining about him not running. Just evolve your game. Start to pass the ball. Start to be more clever because it's even important for him. At one point, at the age of 29, 30, his pace is going to go down and he needs to be a different player. He cannot just throw the ball and run. He needs to change his game.
Yeah, also
and needs to start from now.
He gets the ball, he tries to dribble one player, and instead of passing the ball, he's continuing to the same pattern. Another 3 players comes around him, and he doesn't have any place to go. He basically locks the ball. But what he needs to do is to see some clips from Kaká. Kaká was explosive, was dribbling, but he trusted the team. That's what made him won the Ballon d'Or. He wasn't doing all the individuals.
Kaká was also surrounded by ballers as well. Like, let's not sit here and pretend that Diaz is threading through balls and has incredible vision and things like that. It's not the same thing.
Oh, okay, Nathan. Okay, you're right. So Leao should just keep dribbling the ball. Keep dribbling. Don't pass the ball.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is
because he doesn't have Seedorf, Pirlo, and whatever Shevchenko. Fucking just dribble everyone, man. Don't pass the ball.
Kaká won the Ballon d'Or with Gilardino as a striker, so that's not an excuse.
Yeah, but he still had Pirlo, he still had Kaká, or not. He still had Pirlo, he still had Gattuso, he still had all these fucking amazing ass guys around him.
Okay. Yeah, but Gattuso was not.
Guys were behind him. We're not in front of him.
Yeah, but those
He does the
guys
ball in
still
front of him.
provide him room to allow him to do the things that he does.
Nathan.
Also,
Okay.
Benacer is doing that. Tonali is doing that. They're not. Don't get me wrong. They're not the same type of players.
Yeah, but we're also
So
not
don't-
playing the same formation.
Okay,
as well.
Nathan, he's not playing with good players. Just don't pass the ball. Let's tell him it's not his fault. He's right to not passing the ball because Maldini didn't provide him world-class player.
The problem is when he
are we
passed.
in this YouTube channel to talk like this? I don't know. Are we gonna talk like this?
One of the problems as well is that this team, you can see that they don't actually practice give and go passes in the final third. They don't practice it. So when you tell him to say, "Oh, he simply just needs to do a simple pass and try and get the ball back," these guys don't practice this. And you can tell they don't.
Okay, can somebody send me the link of the game? I want a registration of the game. There is any website that actually you can see the game after it's finished? I want to show you exactly what I mean because you guys don't watch the game. I'm talking about balls.
Larry, I understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now how bad it is. It's really bad.
What you're saying.
He's at the level of amateurial when I go and play with my mates and they don't even know how to stop the ball and I dribble everyone. That's correct. We are at that level, but Leao is not so good.
I understand what you're saying,
That's
but
the
he simply does not trust his teammates, and his teammates have not actually earned. Look, I'm just.
No, his teammates won the league, man. His teamates won the league.
Yeah. It wasn't because of Diaz and Salamakers. So these two guys,
because of the whole team.
The whole team.
The whole
bullshit,
team,
man. The whole team.
Diaz
your logic it doesn't make any sense.
Look. If I'm just letting you know that Leao does not trust these guys for certain reasons. These guys are just not productive on the ball. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Leao should pass the ball. But if you don't trust somebody, you're not going to give them the ball. That's just how it is. I'm not saying that it's right.
No.
I'm not saying
it's not. He's not passing the ball because he doesn't trust them, man. This is wrong. Your logic is wrong because he was passing the ball the year before, 3 months before. He was passing the ball. He's not passing the ball because they are not good. In his head, he thinks maybe they're not good, but they are good because he was.
Diaz is not good. Diaz is not good. Diaz is not good.
Diaz is not good.
What
the fuck?
He's not.
He's not. Okay,
Nathan,
but Diaz
last year, the first 7-8 rounds, that Diaz was the main reason we won games.
And then after those 7-8 rounds, Diaz was literally zero for the rest of the time.
Nathan,
you think I'm going to give him? No, this is the problem. People keep giving passes to people who don't deserve to get a pass. You think a few good games does not create the norm for something.
Okay.
Diaz has been garbage for 3 fucking years at AC Milan. And y'all want me to give him a pass because last year he had a
garbage.
Good games?
Garbage.
No, I'm sorry. No,
Diaz gave us Champions League football with the game.
Man, Diaz scored against Juventus.
And guess what? And who was playing
against Juventus, man?
And who was playing at the end? And when the games,
tell me how much games
I'm not even say if I'm not defending Diaz, man.
No,
I'm defending.
I know.
He saying he's garbage. You guys are bullshit.
He is garbage. You keep defending a player that has been playing.
I'm not defending Diaz. You are defending a logic that doesn't exist in professional football. You think that Leao is better than anyone else and he should not pass the ball. That's what you're saying. That everyone around him is garbage. You're not
listening to me.
No, I'm listening. You're saying that Leao is thinking that his teammates are garbage, so that's why he's not passing the ball.
That is what he's thinking.
Leao is not even the best player on the team, right?
And that is wrong.
Leao is not the best player in the team. Let's get that straight. He's not the actual best player in the team.
And I don't think he thinks that. I just simply don't think he trusts. I simply think he does not trust certain players.
He's wrong. And that's what I'm telling you. He's wrong not trusting his teammate. He's wrong. He's wrong. No, you're saying he's right because Diaz is garbage, Salamakers is garbage, Krunic is garbage, Giroud is garbage.
See if you're listening.
Yeah, that's what you say.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, right? At what point did I say Leao was right for this? What
He,
part,
he,
bro?
Nathan literally just said that he thinks he's wrong.
Like Jesus Christ, you can't talk to you. I can't talk to you, Larry, when you literally are not listening to what words I'm actually saying. I'm not saying that Legal's right for doing it. I'm just simply stating because he does not trust him, he's not passing them the ball. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just letting you know what he's doing.
But your logic does
not my
not
logic,
work.
bro. Okay.
You're thinking.
Bro,
when you say Leao doesn't trust the team, he was trusting the team 3 months ago because he was passing the ball. That's what I'm telling you.
It wasn't
That's
Diaz.
That's a simple thing that I'm telling
but
you.
But it wasn't Diaz.
But Selemakers and Messias played all the games.
Bro, at the end of the season, when the games mattered most,
Diaz
was not there.
Diaz
was not there.
Okay, Nathan, breathe a second. Breathe a second. I literally want to find this game so I can show you that Leao has in front of him to pass the ball to Benacer, and he actually decides to dribble and he loses the ball in the middle of the game. I'm not asking to pass to Diaz. I'm asking to pass to Theo Hernandez. I'm asking to pass to Benacer. I'm asking to pass to Tomori. You are close. There is 2 players on you. Don't dribble. Pass it to Tomori. Pass it back to Tomori and run on the space. Pass it to Tonali. Tonali was in the pitch the second half. CDK was in the pitch in the second half. Benacer was there. Pass it to them. I understand he doesn't trust Messi, Diaz, Selemakers. I'm asking him to pass it to Giroud. I'm asking him to pass it to the people that he trusts. He's not even doing that, man. These are all excuses, man. These are all excuses. If you don't trust your players,
let
just
you know
go.
What he's probably thinking, man. That's all I can tell you. I'm not saying he's right. That's not what I'm saying. I think he should pass the ball. But
hey guys,
because he's not passing it, there's obvious reasons for that.
Guys, the moral of the story is that Diaz should not start a single game anymore for AC Milan. He should not. I'm not saying he's the main problem of the team, but we all agreed that he's a super sub. He's a great super sub. His energy off the bench is great. I just don't want to see him start anymore. Or if he's gonna start, put him on the right and put CDK in the middle. I don't want to see Selemakers and Diaz start the the same game. Put CDK and Diaz with each other, but don't put Diaz through the middle because it's not helping us at all at the moment.
Hey guys,
he won't start too much games, but you have to understand with CDK we need to be patient. He cannot start every game. He needs time to adapt. That's why even Pioli is not playing him this game from start. He needs to give him time to adapt to the team so he can give his best. Because now it's too early to say let's start CDK every game. So that was the reason we don't have Krunic is injured. I think Krunic would have started instead of Diaz, but now the options are limited. We don't have options to start on the.
I'm not saying CDK is Kaká, but first game he didn't start.
It's not about CDK being Kaká, but he needs time to adapt. We cannot allow ourselves as a team to overburn CDK.
Last game, he literally took the whole pitch by control, man. He deserved.
No, it's not.
No, yeah, he did. Light. If Diaz, light. If Diaz did his game, you would say Diaz is a superstar.
Never. I don't praise Diaz. Diaz did 2 assists. He was involved with 4 goals. The first game, I didn't praise him. I didn't give a shit. So stop it.
And then he plays 3 shit games.
You guys, CDK had 3 moments of brilliance in the whole 60 minutes he played against Bologna. He lost a lot of balls as well. He tried some.
Wrong. That's wrong.
Yes,
that's
he
wrong.
did that.
That's cap. No, he was voted he was voted the best player. Okay, he was voted the best player on the pitch for a reason.
From the supporters. I don't care.
Then who do you trust? Then who the fuck do you trust?
I don't. Man, I have eyes, man. I watch the game. I watch the game. I don't trust a random dude that is on Twitter. I don't give a shit, man. I had eyes. I watch the game. I watch every single player. Yeah, I'm not biased. I watch
biased towards what, man? Biased towards what?
To players. I don't fall in love to players that we buy or to players that I think, that is a great player. I love him. He's always gonna have a great game. I'm not biased.
No, man. Do you see me create? No.
Yeah,
Do you see me creating an? Do you see me creating an Instagram account saying CDK lover,
You
CDK
don't need to
fanboy?
go so
I'm
far.
not
You don't
doing
need to
that.
go so far. You don't need to go so far. You don't need to go so far. You don't need to go so far. Tonali has some bad games. People that are biased around Tonali, they say Tonali is amazing. He had a great game. He actually was not the worst. That's what people say. There is a
When
lot of other players.
Yeah, when Tonali
I can
does
give you
bad, I will call him out for
examples.
Ben Nasser. Ben Nasser last season,
No,
I
you're
was
not
the
gonna
most
call. Listen, no, you're not
fucking
gonna
hell, man.
listen.
Ben Nasser last season, Ben Nasser, he's my. I fucking love him to death. Every time he played a bad game, I dissed him for a whole fucking day, and he's Ben Nasser.
Dude,
He's not
listen to
Diaz.
me.
He's not
Listen to
Salamakers.
me.
I was calling Leao lazy when he was
Say
playing
it.
like shit. It's
Say
your
it.
problem when you don't want to call out Diaz when he plays shit
Dude,
just because you like the guy.
I'm not.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
No.
Exactly.
It's
Say
not
it.
fair.
Say
It's
it.
not fair. It's not fucking
Okay.
fair.
Okay. Say it. No
Yeah.
one here in this channel calls Tonali, Theo, or other players when they play bad. Because when these players play bad, we usually draw. We never win the game. So the blame goes always on the same player. Same 3 players.
Yeah, I agree with that. The
So
problem
that's a bullshit.
No, you don't
That's
agree with
because,
it. No,
it
no,
is
that's
like
wrong.
This. It is like this.
Just
It
bullshit.
is like this.
Bullshit.
Man,
No, it is
Lard,
like this.
tell the
It
truth.
is like this.
Tell the
No, it's
truth.
not.
it is
No,
like
it's
this.
not.
If a player, Lard, if a player is having a bad game like Theo or like Tonali or like Ben Nasser or like Leao, we say that. Don't start bullshit like
Exactly.
we don't say that. We say that.
No,
Exactly.
no,
Come
you
on,
don't
man.
say that.
Larry,
You don't
bro,
say that.
Larry,
You
you
don't
are
say that.
Larry,
You're
you
lying,
straight
man.
up
You're
lying.
lying.
Today-
You're fucking
Hey,
lying.
guys.
Listen
Hey,
to
guys.
me.
You're fucking lying.
I'm not lying. Tonali,
Come on, what the
Theo today had an awful game. He almost got a red card. The referee saved him because that was not even an offside. He almost
Okay.
had a red card and a second penalty.
Nobody talks about
Theo
it.
Hernandez had the worst game of everyone in there, but we talking 45 minutes how bad Salamakers and Diaz is.
Okay,
So
you want to know the difference is?
believe me, I'm not biased. You guys are biased. You guys are
Larry,
biased. You guys. All the
No,
topic is
Larry.
today we lost this game because we don't have a good right wing, and Diaz
Larry.
should not start anymore. That's the reason we lost this game today.
What's the job of Teo?
As I say,
What's the job of Teo? No, what's the job of Teo?
to play good football.
Okay,
Play
so I'm
proper
gonna go ahead and
football.
answer. I'm gonna go ahead and answer you because obviously you're not gonna say an actual answer. The whole job description of Teo is to help prevent goals from being scored on the team. Did he or did he not do that this game?
No, that's not a definition for modern left back.
No, is he a
That was-
defender? No, stop.
It's
stop,
not just
stop,
that.
Stop, stop.
It's
No,
not
no,
that.
no,
you
it's
guys
not
are
just
not-
that. It's
you
not
guys
just
are on
that.
That was the
bullshit right
case,
now.
yes,
Well,
in the past.
guys, so is he a defender? Yes or no? Just a simple yes or no. Don't say anything else but
Yeah,
yes
he's
or
a
no. Is
defender.
he a
Yeah, he's a defender.
It's not just
okay.
black and white. It's a gray area.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm
No,
talking
it's not.
about I'm talking about the first job description of the position that you are playing. First things first is he's a defender. The description of a defender is
it's
to prevent you
2022.
from getting
It's
scored on.
2022.
So
It's
now
2022.
you look at the fucking offense. Oh, did we get scored on this game?
Okay, even defensively, he
No, we
almost
didn't.
got a red card, bro.
We
He almost
Okay,
got a red
dude,
card, even
Nathan,
defensively.
Nathan, you want an answer from me? You want an answer from me?
almost. That's all I hear. But
You
is
want an
almost
answer from
a
me?
Yes, when you say you almost get scored on, did you get scored on? Well, almost. But
Because we got lucky, man. We got lucky because the referee saw a 10 centimeter offside, and we got lucky.
He still helped the team not get scored on. Even if he played the shit team, a shit game.
So Nathan, can I talk?
If you go to the offense,
Can I have a reply to you?
No, because
Okay.
no, because every time you say that, Larry, you're the only one that cuts people off and you don't let people finish. So just shut up and wait.
Okay, can you finish?
When you get to
Can you
the
finish?
offense, I'm trying. If you get to the offense, Larry, and you look at the job descriptions, and yes, the whole offense played like shit. But the whole job of the offense is to create chances and get goals. If you are continuously horrible at doing this, you get called out. Plain and simple. It's as simple as that.
It's not that simple because
It's not like
let me
this.
It
say
is
it,
that simple. It is
No.
that
Okay,
simple.
okay.
Did you finish? Did you finish?
You want to know why CDK cost us damn near 35 million? Because of his offensive fucking output, not because his name's CDK. But
Do
because
you
of
know
what
why
he
we
has
won the
done.
Scudetto last year? We didn't win because of the attack. We won because of the defense. Because we had the best defense in the Serie A.
Yes, I
Also,
understand
by
that.
your logic,
our-
every game that the striker doesn't score a goal, it's a terrible game for the striker. By
No,
your logic.
no,
Yes, no. Let's say like this.
no.
What's the job of a striker?
Because if the striker gets an assist, that counts as the goal as well.
No. What's a primary job of a striker? To score goals. That's
Of
a primary.
course.
I'm going by
And-
your
yes.
logic. You're saying a
Yes.
left back job is to
Hold on,
defend.
hold on,
So
hold
striker
on,
job is to
hold
score
on.
goals.
The only problem is you're going into specific positions. I'm talking about the role of a defender. You're talking about the role of a specific attacker. If you're going to use my example, you need to say what's the role of an attacker, not the role of a specific position as an attacker. So please get it right if you're going to do it right.
Okay, the role of an attacker is to score a goal. Primary job is to score a
Yes,
goal.
and yes, they all played like shit today. Now what?
Nathan,
That-
Nathan, we
thank
didn't
you,
concede
thank you,
goals.
thank
Theo
you,
Hernandez
thank
had
you.
a shit game, man. Theo Hernandez had a shit game. Because I saw it with my
I didn't
eyes.
say
I
this
don't
game
need
was
the game to finish
I
5-0 to tell Theo Hernandez had a shit
At
game.
what point?
We did
At
0-0.
what point? At
Theo
what
Hernandez
point
had
did
a
I
shit
say?
game. I don't
At
care.
what point? Lair, at what point did I say that he had a good game? I said, did he do his job, which was preventing us from getting scored on?
Only
No.
person
Exactly.
that did his job
No.
Yeah,
this game
okay,
was
okay.
Milan. Only one that did his job. All the
Okay,
other 10
okay.
players were shit. All of them.
No,
Not a
our
single one did
defense,
a good
our
job.
defense was fine. Our defense was fine.
Of course,
our
you're going to
offense
have
is-
a
our
fine
offense-
defense, but nobody's attacking you.
Our
Sassuolo
offense
didn't
has
even have
always
one
been the
chance.
problem. And that's the defense's fault or the offense's fault?
But you cannot give merit on that when they didn't have a job.
No, exactly. How about this? How about we start playing the players who deserve to play? CDK had a great game last game, so why is he being benched for a
But
person
you
who's been
cannot burn
consistently
him
Dude.
out.
inconsistent?
Dude,
He
he
just
wants
came
to
to the
play.
team.
He wants to play
Burn him
CDK
out?
against
Burn
Inter.
him, bro. Burn him. So
He
wait,
wants to play CDK
Not
Wait, so
against
physically,
Inter.
not
if you're talking
physically. I'm not speaking physically to burn him out. He comes from another league, much lower team, much smaller team. He needs an adjustment period. You cannot expect to do a transition from a club like Bruges to come to a club like Milan and immediately to understand everything and to handle the pressure. Not
Man.
every player can do that. You can
No,
get
it's not.
burned out.
It's not too much. It's not too much to ask for. No, it's not too much to ask for to start the guy 2 games in a row. First 2 games he's been benched, then the 2 games after he can start. It's not that big of a deal. If he plays good in the game before and he deserves to start, and we have listen. I'm not saying Diaz was the main problem. We're saying the whole team was shit. But when CDK has a great game and he's on form and he's expected to do something in the attack, you don't fucking drop him for Diaz and Salamakers, man.
Guys,
At
don't
least
get
put
me
him.
No
wrong.
one,
At
yo,
least-
but can I?
Nobody's saying that CDK shouldn't start. Shouldn't be
But
our
no
first
one
choice.
was dropped, man. No one was dropped. Actually,
Nobody-
he
yes, that's the
actually
point.
made a decision. He had CDK that can be his second option striker or his first option striker, or he can be his first option as a number 10. 4 days before the derby, and Pioli thought to rest CDK and to have him fresh for the derby because CDK can play as a striker or as a number 10 in the derby, especially
So
when
why
you have
not
Origi and
So why
What?
not Adley? Adley was probably our best player in preseason. So why is he not getting the start? He didn't start the
Because
last game.
because
He didn't even play the first 2 games.
Nathan, he trains the team. He sees them every day, every week, and he decided to play Diaz. Now you can blame me for that, but I don't make
what the
those
definition
decisions.
of insanity is, right? You know the definition of insanity is, right, Larry?
Yeah, what is it?
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
He had a
So,
great first
This
game.
is
He's
literally,
not doing the same thing. He's not doing the same
Insanity.
thing. He's not doing the same thing.
bruh.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
No, he's not.
Okay, you're right.
No, he's not
You're right.
because the
You're
game
right.
before was Diaz was not playing, was playing CDK. He changed that.
So Yeah, you're right. You're right. He had a good game against CDK, and instead of playing him again, we went back to using Diaz, who we know is consistently inconsistent. And once again, he proved to be inconsistent, and we look like shit.
But even
Why-
CDK
there's
came
Yeah,
reasons
because
why-
Diaz. I know.
Yes,
Because Diaz.
yes,
We look
yes.
like shit because Diaz. I get it, man. I see
Look,
again. That's what I say, bias.
but
Because
CDK
Diaz, we
entered
look
the
like
game.
shit. That's it.
CDK played like over 30 minutes. He didn't do anything. If you look at that way, he didn't do anything.
Yeah, he came into a game when the whole team was bad, not when the team was starting from fresh. It's not
And
the
when
same
Sassuolo
thing.
Diaz
Sassuolo was
came in.
defending their fucking lives out. CDK with much more space in the first half. If he started, he would have made a difference. End of discussion. You can't debate that, guys. That's why he should have
Nobody's
started.
saying that Diaz is a better player than
you-
CDK. Don't get that wrong. But
No one is saying
guys.
that.
Hey
Yeah,
guys,
I know no
hey
one's
guys.
saying that.
Okay,
Hey guys,
So
hey
Vasily
guys.
wants to say, yeah.
Yeah, let's go to some good news, guys. Let's switch a little bit of topic here because it's going in a circle right now. The same shit over and over. So, what do you guys think about this Yankees and this private funds that are worth over $100 billion that are
I
gonna
love it.
invest in Milan? In Milan,
I love it. The names that I read that are connected with Redbirds and are helping the investment, those are some serious names with some serious money.
yeah,
That
it looks
to me
legit.
only
Now it
good.
looks legit to me. Now, after I read all this, now it starts to look more legit to me because I was very skeptical, to be honest.
Yeah,
And,
also. But when I read the names connected, those are some serious. Let's not get wrong. New York Yankees are one of the biggest sports franchises in all of the sports.
even in
Also-
my country when I was growing up, bro, nobody watches baseball. Nobody knows shit about baseball, but everybody had a Yankee fucking hat. That just to show how genius marketing wise this brand, this franchise is, man. So I have a good I have a good feeling. Plus, what I read also that Redbird owner does not fucking want a stadium with Inter. He wants to build our own stadium completely, which I love. I actually love that idea. Nothing to do with fucking Inter, man.
I don't know, Vasily. For me, if I don't see the stadium built, fucking God can invest on Milan. I don't give a shit.
I mean, like, at least they're talking about their ideas, but you also know, Laura, the problem with Italian fucking bureaucracy, man. They're so slow.
See, so I don't care, man. Fucking Jay-Z can come and buy all Milan if he doesn't build a stadium.
I think they also said Cardinale wants to go to San Sesto. He doesn't want to deal anymore to wait with the Milan one.
Where's San Sesto? Where's that part of?
I think
is it Milan?
around
it is
Milan.
around Milano, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
Hans is here, by the way.
What's
Hans,
up, guys?
What's going on, my man?
you want to give a quick
Yeah,
opinion about the game?
I felt like the referee did a lot to kill this game, honestly. I don't know
What do
if
you
you
mean?
guys went over that or not.
No, we didn't talk about referee. I think we were lucky.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
forgot
referee.
about the referee. He was terrible.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely terrible. No, I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty. That was a penalty for sure. But in the second half, like there were some crazy calls. Like Leao got called for an offensive foul, like with his hand or something, like barely touching Fratesi. And then CDK gets manhandled by Ferrari. His elbow's in his face. He's flapping him in the face. And it's not in the box. It's not like he has to call a penalty. It's not a hard call to make. And nothing gets called. And it's not like Ferrari had possession of the ball even. CDK had taken the touch. And then he's getting slapped in the face. I don't understand this shit. And then
It's
he gets
too
a foul
soft.
with Macias. He's in the fucking air, winning the header. He's higher. I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was Fratesi again or who the fuck it was. Jumps into him. And then he's lower than Macias. And Macias gets called for the foul. He's in the fucking air. He wins the header clean. Absolutely clean. This was like near their box. This would have caused maybe a goal situation. And he calls a foul on Macias. No fucking reason. Just a Sassuolo player jumps into him. You can watch it. It was awful. Absolutely
Hans.
awful.
The referee
Hey
was
Hans,
lost.
before I forget, bro, you've been living in Sweden for a long time, correct?
Yeah.
You actually, man, you kind of have a little like a Swedish accent now, bro. Because I have a guy from Sweden, like a friend who lives there too. So I just want to bring it up to you. I always wanted to tell you that, but I didn't get a chance.
Yeah,
man.
maybe it's coming. Yeah.
It's coming out.
But that was off topic, guys. That was off topic.
Especially
Sorry.
when you get upset. When you get upset, your real accent comes out stronger.
But yeah, I am pissed. I am pissed, honestly. But we didn't deserve to win. I think, honestly, this was
Yeah, I agree with
a
you.
poor performance.
Sassuolo,
The
apparently-
rotation, has a lot to do with it. We made a lot of rotation, and yeah, Kjær was not on it. I think every time that he was put under pressure, he's putting the ball out in the touch. He's not winning the ball back a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like Kalulu would. And then we would have a possession, and we put the pressure on.
Start
Sassuolo.
a counter.
Yeah, we'd start it right away.
The
Instead,
defense
Kjær's
were
putting it
quite
out.
shy.
Yeah, it was just all over the place today, unfortunately.
So Kjær was bad too, guys, because I didn't watch the game at all.
I think
No,
it was
it's
first
not-
game.
He wasn't
Yeah.
bad, but
Was
he played a little bit.
conservative, really
conservative.
It's not
conservative.
Kalulu. It's not Kalulu.
Our defenders are really important, especially when we create chance, because they get the ball really high in the pitch and they start the game.
Yeah.
They start the counter or the attack straight away.
Exactly.
Here was not doing that. Was always
He has a really good
conservative.
out ball though. I'll give him that. I like his long pass.
He has very good precision, like long ball passes, though, man. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But his physique is nowhere near as good as Kalulu.
I'll give him. I would say he'll
More
probably
speed.
will play. He will play probably here and there, 20, 30 minutes. I'll give him a couple of months, and I hopefully he can go back to somewhat what he used to be. Hopefully, but
We
he's
have a lot of
32.
games. He'll get plenty of
Yeah.
matches.
Oh yeah, he will get some match fitness, and then
Now Florenzi is out, so I don't know
For
if
how long?
Kalulu's going to be
I
using
think Kalulu
rotation
would
for
shift
right
to the
back.
right.
is he out
I
for a
don't know
long
what's going
time,
to happen
guys?
really with that, honestly.
We always said it looks like a serious injury. They will do
Ah,
examination
Jesus.
It's a
tomorrow.
it looked
Christ.
like hamstring to me. He was grabbing it.
Oh man, that's
Yeah, it's a hamstring injury.
And same with Berardi as well. He looked like he was grabbing his hamstring. He was crying. I saw that.
Also,
what do you
the-
guys think? What do you guys think about this young kid that we bought, Tiao? How do you pronounce his name? Tiao?
I
Tio?
just
Ciao.
wanted to say
Ciao.
about him. I
Chao?
don't want-
Chao, okay.
Tiao, yeah.
I
want
like
to
him a
see
lot,
him.
honestly.
How he will integrate. I think with him they addressed a problem that we had for maybe like 10 seasons. Dead ball situations. We don't have a single guy.
Here's the thing though. Even with the dead ball, every fucking set piece we take is out swinging. I don't understand that.
Yeah, we spoke
Every
that
single
earlier.
set piece.
That's true, man. Like I'm getting
I
sick
hate
and
it.
tired of that
I
bullshit,
hate
man.
it, man. We don't do shit on set pieces.
I
Like, come
think
on,
he's
man.
also good in offensive phase with that dead ball situation. So it
What
will
about
be-
this guy? Another guy from
technical. He's
German.
technical.
What's his name, man? Fuck.
Oh, the
This
Serbian
other
guy.
Yeah, this Vajacek or whatever his name is. That
Yeah.
where
Oh, the
they-
Polish kid.
No, the Serbian defender they got from Stuttgart. He's
Yeah,
17,
for Prima-
they got him like
yeah.
for 1 million. He will play with the Primavera. From
Who
what I
cares?
saw,
No, not
it was-
Serbian, bro. He's Croatian, bro. You gotta be very specific,
sorry.
man.
Yeah, be careful, man. on that
Yeah, be
side.
very careful,
Is he
bro,
Croatian?
because you can get slapped on the face, man.
I don't think I've seen this player.
I know, bro. I'm from the Balkans. Here is.
Oh, you're a Balkan, then you know
you know
exactly
the-
what I'm
you
saying.
know the
You know how it
rules. You
goes,
know the
bro.
Yeah,
I think
doesn't
actually,
matter.
I think I saw his
think-
highlights. I think he's like 6'1", right? And he's pretty technical.
The
I-
defender you're talking about, bro?
Yes, the defender, the
That we bought, the
one
Croatian
from-
kid.
Yes,
Yeah, I've heard good things from what I read. He's apparently
too.
like
me too.
about his age in terms of like play.
We're getting
and
even
phys-
more international, which is interesting.
Oh, I
than
like
it, man.
Italians.
Also,
I think
I read
they're
he
just
was-
all full of themselves. That's the reason. Like, we don't want to deal with that shit. Maldini doesn't want to deal with them. We were trying to get one with Mancini,
But-
and he's like, give my family $1 million, $2 million cash, and we're like, no.
What
We
happened
we don't
to what happened to Calabria? Why didn't play one? Is he okay?
I think it was just rotation.
just rotation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And to be honest, Calabria looked shaky this first 3 games. So
his fitness
I-
isn't always the best. Honestly, that's a
Yeah,
weak
yeah.
part of his game. Honestly, is the fitness and that makes him inconsistent sometimes. I think Calabria,
But I have to say, guys, I think
great player though.
I'm not saying he's Alexander Arnold, but I think we really missed him. You know, we talk about his end product sometimes, but
Well,
he really
if
he
you
really
ask
pushes. He
if you
really
ask
pushes
Roy,
forward.
if you ask Roy, Florenzi is the best right back in Serie A.
Yeah, he's the best tactical signing of all time, according to Roy.
that's
No, the Calabria man pushes too much. Our right wing was non-existent. He pushed too much. He does shoot a lot. He takes chances and he helps.
yeah.
And I think we really missed that.
I don't know if
he
you guys
brings
want
a
to
lot
know
of energy.
Salamakers or not, but he
Yeah,
was
Oh, fuck that,
completely
man.
shit.
Fuck
Maybe
that
he
shit,
will
man.
be right back. I don't know. Maybe he can fill in there because I don't want
don't
Kalulu
get-
to play right back too much, honestly, because we need him in the central defense.
Salad makers should not start any fucking games. Period.
That's
my opinion.
Yeah, this was the worst game I think I've ever seen him play in a Milan shirt, and that's coming from a Salamakers fan. Honestly, this was the worst game I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, man,
But
he's been with us, guys.
Messias,
Okay,
though,
let's.
I feel like was man of the match for us. Honestly, he was excellent in the second half.
But Hans,
it wasn't very long, but it was excellent.
but Hans, do you agree that with Salamakers, even though you're a fan, and I used to be a fan of him actually, but I've turned on him. Fuck that guy. Do you agree that we're starting to reach the end of the road with this guy? Like we're not seeing anything.
What I give him one more season, and honestly, then you just you Hauge him. You take the money, you run.
This is his last season.
You move on to the next kid that's 20, 21, because he's gonna be 24.
Bro,
Next
the kid from
next profile.
He's gonna be 24.
Hans, have you seen the kid from Almeria?
Yeah, there's plenty of kids, man. We can go for. No.
So
No,
guys, to
but if
interrupt
you
you,
wanted to stick, but if you wanted to stick with the Belgium axis, check out that kid from Almeria. He's like 20, 21 years old. Great end product. Check him out. I think he isn't the tallest, so I'll just throw that out there. But he's very, very good.
Salamakers, he didn't even look like he was completely fit. Honestly, he was walking a lot of times.
Guys,
I couldn't believe what I was watching. It was awful.
I want to say my opinion about Salamaker, like my analysis of this. He's been with us. This is his third year, and by usually players that develop that by third year playing for the same team, they usually show some signs of big improvement. Like players that actually develop. This motherfucker has not shown shit. So
not just
if I see him again,
say it one more time.
I mean,
if I see that sound a bitch one more time on the field, man.
Oh, man. He's gonna feel the hate.
Not just that, guys. Not just that, guys.
I want you to say it one more time. Say it one more time, but still say it one more time. For just in case motherfuckers here didn't fucking hear you the first time.
Yeah, in case he's listening to the big Ukrainian, then he knows he's got to step up his game.
I'm telling you, man, I don't think he listens to anything. I think he just fucking lives in his own fucking zone. He thinks he's the shit. Only thing he cares about is Instagram, his haircut, and fucking bitches, probably. So fuck that shit, man. If he wants to play for Milan, if he wants to play for fucking Milan, he needs to improve. That's his last chance, man, this year. If he's gonna play like that, he can fuck off. He can fuck off.
I agree, honestly, like this season or next season, pretty much because he's not young anymore. When you're 24, 25, you're not young.
Exactly. The thing about Salamakers is he's an Instagram reel merchant with the Pop Smoke songs. He keeps posting his dribbles. He keeps whenever he gets a new haircut, he wants to show it off. One would argue that he actually regressed. Like I think 2 seasons ago, I actually used to watch him, and I used to root for the guy.
You might
I
be
actually
right.
think he's gone backwards. To be honest,
you might be even right.
What I think about Salamakers, I think they should drop him a little bit back. Not to play as a right wing. He was never an attacker, but I think Pioli may consider him for the right back position.
Why do you
more useful there?
Why do you think he's not an attacker at all? Because I think his dribbling is very good. His dribbling is very finishing.
Good. Dribbling is not everything, man. Dribbling is not everything.
Right.
I think what you're talking about is his composure. Not necessarily
player.
His finishing and his technique. It's his composure. He just whenever he just gets crazy when he gets around the 18-yard box. He has no composure.
No.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't
It's his
have
men-
that
it's his
final
mental.
decision.
It's mental. I think what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't have that good
Yeah,
final
but Hans,
decision
you
that an
can-
attacking player has to take, either to pass the ball
Yeah,
or
but
shoot it.
technically,
Yeah,
I
but-
think he's good.
But
He can get to that
yeah, but
position,
Hans,
but he
these are
doesn't.
things.
It's a mental
But
thing.
guys,
with
these are
Salamakers.
things.
You know, people
But
that
these are
defend
things
Serenade,
that
people
you
that
learn from at
defend.
a young age.
Sure.
I'm
Yeah, he
sorry,
should have
like I
learned.
have
He
to.
should
I
have learned
have,
these things at a younger age.
I have to say something. People that defend Salamaker, are you guys fucking blind or what the hell is going on? This guy's been with us. This is
Hey.
his third fucking year, and he's not progressing. Yes, he's hard worker. I give it to him.
Yes,
Like,
Is this
I'll
Roy?
do-
Who is
Yeah,
this?
he's
Is
a
this
hard
Roy?
worker, but that's about it, man. No, like
Yeah,
those
that's
other
Roy.
people.
That's Roy.
Yeah,
Most definitely, that's
definitely
Roy. Yeah.
That's 100% Roy.
saying this. That's what I'm
Roy,
saying.
Roy,
They
you know
should
he had a
revert
shit
to
game.
right
He
wing or
was
right back.
I
the
think-
worst player on the
think-
pitch.
I want to say something. I think if Milan had a
Yellow
good
card,
game,
penalty.
Salamakers would have a good game as well.
No,
Sorry?
never. And guys, let me tell you the truth about Salamakers, okay? I said this on the group chat. The thing about this guy is that he's so horrible. He's so useless when it comes to attacking sense.
Guys,
That no,
Nah,
he's
that's
so
not true.
bad. No, it is. His output proves it. He's so bad attacking wise that any fan, any one of his supporters would want to find anything to have hope with. Oh,
I don't know why his
he-
final
he
ball
presses-
is so awful. It's
because he's
sometimes.
not a winger, man. He's actually a right
But
wing
if
back.
he's a right
not an
back, he
actual
needs
winger.
to know how to cross though as
right
well.
wing
And if I feel like every
He's a
time
right-
he plays
he's a
the
right-
ball
he's
into
a
the
right
box,
wing back.
it's like behind Giroud or
Yeah,
something.
he's originally he's a right wing back. He's not even a winger.
Like
He's
Giroud is
a
like
champ.
asking for it, and then he gets
He's
it
a
like behind
champ.
him.
I mean, guys,
He's
Every
a
time.
what?
He's a champ.
You know,
He's a
if you guys are okay to have a mediocre right wing, then that's a fucking like we might as
I've
well
been a
be a
Salamakers
mid-table.
fan, but this was his worst ever performance for Milan.
Then we can
You
be
cannot
might
deny.
as well be
I don't care
just
what Roy
mid-table
says.
team.
This is his worst performance, and I love Salamakers. I've stood up for him all the time, but this is his worst performance ever. for
but
Milan.
guys, I've already said that Salamakers would be a great closer. Like, I actually don't want him to leave,
We heard
but
that.
he shouldn't start.
Well, Nathan, if
We
I
heard
give him
that.
one more season, honestly, if he's still playing like this and he's just gaining weight, because it looks like he's gained weight, honestly, and it's not good weight because he doesn't look like he's running as much as he was before. Today, I didn't see him running. I didn't see him running his ass off. When he'd make a mistake, he was like, "Oh shit," and just like, "What do I do?"
He left
Normally he would
Florenzi hung
chase
out to
back.
dry. He left
Yeah,
Florenzi hung out to dry.
exactly.
Yeah.
He really did. And luckily, Sassuolo is not very good right now.
You know, I would not argue, you know, and I did not really argue first 2 years when he was out
Right.
because I was giving him like, okay, I'll give him
Yeah.
another year, give him another year, bro.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a
he
third
was
year.
21 then. He was
What more?
21 then, but he's
What
gonna be
more?
24.
Man, I didn't give two fucks about that. I said from the get go, this guy is not a winger,
I
and it just took you guys 2 years to fucking realize I was.
no, come
saying
on,
the right
Nathan,
shit.
Nathan. Anything can happen with. He hasn't grown mentally. I don't know what
No.
the fuck it is.
No,
He just cannot
Wait,
calm
wait,
down and play that
Hans,
simple fucking ball.
Hans, what do you mean when you say anything can happen? Like, do you think he can actually
With
become like?
no. I'm talking with like a young 20-year-old. You don't know what's gonna happen
Oh.
exactly. So like you give him time. You give Salamakers time when he's like 21.
Yeah, but Hans,
Now he's gonna be
if-
24 next year.
but Hans, if
He's
he
not
grew
young
up-
anymore. And so you gotta Hauge him now, or you're gonna lose the opportunity to make some money. So just make
But
your money
Hans, can
and
you
then move
agree
on to the
that
next
if you
guy
grew
that's
up-
like 19, 20, and that works his ass off and that wants to
if
be
you
a
grew-
top player.
if you grew up playing a position for like 20, like at least 15 years of your life,
Do we know that
And
he
now
was
you're-
always
and it's
a right
always-
back? Do we know that? Do you know that?
fair enough. But he looks like he's never been an attacker though.
I
So,
think he has
I'll-
played as a
I'll switch- I'll-
midfielder.
Honestly, I feel like
You
the
think
best games
so?
I've seen from Salamakers are sometimes as a cam. I don't know why. But I feel like he has the agility and the technique
You're
to be a
actually,
Those are
agility.
some
I
of the
don't know
better
about
games
that,
I've seen with
but
him. When he's just like
I
has
mean,
the
he
freedom
is
and he
good
just
under-
like
I think he started his career as
He
a
is good under pressure.
midfielder, something like that, in the
I don't
central.
know. Maybe he's tired of the
And
abuse
then-
online. He's just like, fuck it. I don't know.
Man, we're tired of him not being able to shoot on an open net. So it goes both
I know.
ways.
I know. I am too. I'm getting.
So
This has been the worst performance by far.
Oh,
But
he either
again,
should
I don't
play
want to sell
as a
him.
right
Like
back
I
or-
don't want to sell him.
I think he's gonna come back though. Honestly, I think he's, he's got the right mentality. We were shitting on Macias, and Macias today, I thought he was the best player. Honestly,
Macias today
when he
was
came
great.
on, he was winning every
but
ball. He was tracking back. He was
But-
not losing the ball when he was in the offensive phase. Macias
Yeah,
did a
but
really
we all
good job
know
today.
One that did
Macias
something.
shouldn't start either.
Yeah, but I'm
So
just
fucking
saying,
sell
like,
Sa-
they
so
come
fucking
back
sell
from these,
Salamakers.
like, bad games. I don't think he's weak mentally to the point where he's just gonna crumble and be shit. Like, I
Yeah,
think he's
but
gonna put
again,
some good
you're asking
performances in.
Salamakers, but you're asking Salamakers to do things that he's simply not comfortable doing. Just make him a right back or a closer for the wing position. Like it's not a bad thing. Like
I mean, it used
I
to be
don't
a
know
great.
why-
It used to be
Yeah,
great with
yeah, go
Calabria.
ahead.
He was covering him and working really well with him. I don't know what it is, but like he's
that was
He's
what
not-
year
today
one?
he wasn't
Year
tracking
one,
back.
right?
He was not tracking. He wasn't making up for his mistakes. And then he puts in a weak ass tackle and trips him in the box. I don't know who it was. That was absolutely stupid. And then picks up a yellow card in the first half. It wasn't even a great yellow card from what I remember. Wasn't like a tactical foul.
And his crosses
Every ball they
yeah.
was putting in was behind Giroud or off or something. So
His overall
worst
technique is
ever
not very
performance
good.
from the Salamakers. Like he gets like a 1 out of 10 from me. I'm dead serious. Like it was that bad.
What about Leao?
He made one good dribble, I think, in the game, and that was it.
He had a 1-2 with Diaz. That was a good one as well.
Yes, he did. I remember that. Yeah.
What about Leao? What do
So
you
he did
think
like
about
2
Leao?
good things. 2 out of 10 then.
But
2 out of 10.
the whole offense gets a 2, Larry. We already agree on this. But
No,
yeah,
I
I
want to
think you have
hear
a hard time.
Hans' opinion.
Yeah, but
Hans' opinion.
The whole
Larry,
offense
Larry,
was
why-
shit. It was not just Salamakers. I singled out Salamakers because he was the one that gave away the penalty and they got the yellow card for even a different sequence of play. And he was also, playing shit like everybody else. But yeah, everybody else was shit. Giroud was losing the ball a lot. I think he was getting in good areas though. But he's too stagnant, like Nathan has said a lot of times. Giroud is he doesn't have the agility really. He works pretty hard though. And then Leao was just trying to be the one-man show, usually. He feels like he's the Serie A player of the year, so he's gotta be the one-man show, and he's gotta trust his teammates. I don't know if that's like he's buying into all this media, like, oh, it's only Leao. If Leao doesn't produce, then Milan they won't win. Like he's gotta trust his teammates some more.
I was just thinking
What do you
about.
think-
I remember.
What do you think about Diaz, Hans, that you missed that whole thing?
What do you mean? What whole thing? Oh, I missed him as a player. I thought he was.
We had a big.
Nah, he wasn't bad. I thought he was okay. Like I would give him like 6 out of 10. I didn't think he was bad. Like he was playing some good 1-2s with players. He was trying combinations, but like I don't know, he wasn't getting involved enough. But I mean, you could say the same thing about CDK when he came out. I was pissed off with him. He went down in the fucking box thinking he was getting a penalty with this what's his name? Maximilian or whatever. Yeah, I'm on the phone. Sorry. The guy's like 15 centimeters shorter than him, and he goes down in the box. I was screaming my ass off at him. I couldn't believe that shit. Like I don't know what he's thinking right there.
I think you're being too harsh. He just lost his balance.
Yeah, I am. I'm being very harsh right now.
Hey guys, what do you think?
But he's
Who
gotta
we're
do
gonna
better.
buy? Who we're gonna buy for midfielder? That Wolfsburg kid, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I think they're very.
Yeah, some new blood.
advanced.
He's almost
Teenager.
official, yeah?
Yeah, it's almost.
The
I think he was a
Belgian, the
captain of
Belgian kid,
U21 Belgium as well. So
The Belgian connection, guys. We used to have Dutch connection. Now we got the Belgian connection.
yeah, he looks like a really good athlete. He reminds me of Benacer a little bit. Like he can dribble and he's really good at tackling and winning the ball back. It looks like. So maybe a Benacer kind of player, and he's fairly tall. I think he's like 6 foot. So
Is
a
he
little bit
physically
taller, a
pretty
little bit bigger
strong?
than Benacer. Maybe he's not going to get bullied as much. Maybe if he grows into like a Benacer kind of player, that's a big deal. And I think people have been talking about him for a while, from what I've been reading. So, he's been in the top young player kind of echelon for a while. He's been in there. He's been talked amongst them.
Also, I think
Maybe not the
Atalanta
top
made an
players,
offer.
but like the top prospects that could make it.
Promising, yeah.
Yeah, promise. Not like
that's-
Vinicius Jr. or something like that, but
That's good to know, because I don't watch Bundesliga at all, so I didn't even know
I don't
who
either.
this kid was.
I don't know him either. I'm just going from what I've read off of it, and I've seen his highlights. That's about it.
Anyways, what, our fifth choice?
Yeah, because I thought Pobega had a good game too. I was surprised he was hooked at like the 60th minute. I don't know what you guys thought. I thought he was good.
He had a decent game. He wasn't terrible.
Yeah. The one thing that I didn't
goal.
like was when he shot from outside the box, and then like he was blocked, and then it was like a counterattack like right after that. And he had like I think he had Leao like open on the left. He could have just played him.
Yeah, he even shot
That
it
was
with
the
his
one
weaker
bad
foot,
thing. I
which
was
is
like,
weird.
oh, what the hell did you do that for? But
Yeah.
other than that, I really liked what I saw from Pobega. I was hoping he would stay on, honestly, because he would have been good to have, I think, like as a threat going into the box. He's another big body in there.
He's very big.
He is a very strong guy. His only downfall is his speed. He's very slow. So somebody needs to cover.
He got into a through ball pretty well. His speed looked okay.
I'm probably talking about the Atlanta game when he could not catch up there.
You mean like the acceleration? Like he doesn't hit. He doesn't like have that pop in his step. That's not there. It's non-existent.
Yeah, he's not explosive, but he's
not explosive. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. He's not explosive. No, but he's got the long legs, so he can pick it up. But it takes.
But
him a
in
while.
terms of battles, man, like when we need some physical strength, he's a big dude, man. Like
I was really hoping he would play a lot longer, because then you give other players a rest, maybe. I mean, he was played as a right winger as well. I wonder if he could like do a job somehow, like if he, I don't know, like runs his ass off.
I think in the first half he almost
or
can
Adley,
score a
maybe,
goal. But the ball didn't get to him. He was in a good position. He positioned himself.
I think I remember that.
Ideally,
he wants the goal. He really wants the goal. He was trying to shoot from outside the box as well. He wants it.
How would you rate this transfer market? I would give it 7 out of 10. If we got a right wing, it would be 10 out of 10. Like honestly,
a right wing. That's it. Well,
yeah, that would be my 10 out of 10. But
I'm going to be honest, you guys. I was expecting a lot more. I don't know if this Redbird, if everything's been delayed or what's happened, but I was expecting like 100 million. I really was. I was expecting way more money than this, and I was completely proven wrong. Unless we spend in the winter mercato because everything's been delayed.
Yeah,
some shit like that. But I right now I give this like 6 out of 10, 6.5 maybe.
It's Elliot for you. They didn't want to put any money in. That's why I
like we got my boy CDK, but that's about it really. Like Adley, we already had from last season. Do we really count that? I don't know. We already had him from last. Pobega, it's free. Okay, we kept him, but like, it was free. It's not like we did anything. Macias, Florenzi, okay, yeah, they've been solid people, but like, they were here last season. Like,
but also you cannot take that bet for Elliot. You cannot blame them for that because in the end they're selling the club.
Exactly,
I agree. So I'm hoping that something happens in the winter. Like we give like a real push, especially if we make the round of 16. They have to invest then.
They gotta make a statement, man. As a new owners, they gotta
then
make
we can
a
like
statement.
push. Maybe we make a run, or worst case scenario, we just like make a run for the Scudetto and hopefully win it and get that 20 Scudetto, second star.
For the first team, we're missing only 2 positions, right? We can and a young striker. If they can take care of that, I think we would have a perfect team.
Well, Lazetic, I mean, he's still around. So maybe they think that he's that guy right now, the young striker.
You never know. He's been with us.
Plus CDK, he can play striker, as we saw today.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, CDK is awesome, man. So far, I have awesome.
He is.
I like him.
I love him as a player, but today he did not bring his A game. He can do much better than that.
It happens, man. I'm not gonna put it against him, man.
Yeah, I think he came on in a weird situation. He was just like, "What the hell are we doing here?"
He needs to understand the league. He needs to understand the defense.
Yeah, he was thinking he was going to get a foul a lot of times, and he was just like, "What the fuck? What is this?" Yeah. Like he doesn't understand Italy yet. He doesn't understand.
That's the reason Pioli hasn't played him or full 90 minutes or start him 2 games in a row. He's just giving him time to adapt a little bit.
So, somebody wrote Ronaldo is available. Yeah, right.
No.
He is available, but he can go suck a dick. I don't know.
I've heard that Napoli is thinking about getting him.
Yeah, and they're gonna get rid of Osimhen. So
yeah, that's the most ridiculous thing, man. Ever.
Nah, they're not gonna do it. No way, they're not gonna do it. Not gonna get rid of Osimhen for Ronaldo. Not in 2022.
That's what I heard.
It's too late.
They're like, look, we want to swap, and we'll pay you some cash.
It's too late for that type of transfer. The only way
they're probably stuck with
Ronaldo can leave is with a loan. So they do
Guys,
it
do you actually dislike the idea of Ronaldo coming to AC Milan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
At this point, man,
he's gonna fuck with these young players' heads, just like he did with Manchester. You think Rashford is bad or Martial? Man, if Ronaldo gets here, he's gonna see Salamakers, and he's gonna be like, God, what the? He's gonna be asking for the ball. Salamaker's gonna put it over his head. He's gonna put it 10 yards behind him. Man, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. He's gonna shit on everybody in this team, like worse than Red John, I swear.
Man, I actually want that. I want when Salamakers makes a bad cross, I want to see Ronaldo fucking punching the air, punching the floor. I want to see someone.
He's not gonna recover mentally from that. Yeah. He's never gonna recover from that.
Destroy the man.
You can destroy that kid.
He's already destroyed, man. Look at how he's playing, man. He's already destroyed. Come on.
Like Bruno Fernandes became absolute garbage somehow. I don't know how.
Everyone became garbage.
Everybody. Ronaldo came in and he just fucked with everybody's heads.
Fucking Dybala became garbage with Ronaldo.
Yeah, he did.
Started to perform half of what he was used to.
Man, look at him at Roma,
he becomes the center of attention, the main focal point, everything. And if you don't give him what he wants and give him what he needs, then it's all your fault.
Hans, don't forget there's Zlatan, man, who's not gonna allow to be, on the top, man. There's gonna be a battle
Zlatan,
between those two.
I think he's a better manager. He understands how to manage.
No, not in that sense. But you know what I'm trying to say, like. Zlatan is the king of Milan. There cannot be two kings, man.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, he's coming back, of course. Yeah, what are you going to do then? It's like the same thing, like 2 older strikers that don't run, that know how to finish.
That would be true with Giroud.
Yeah.
Nah, Ronaldo, and he's asking for so much money as a salary.
And 20 million salary, he would never get it from Milan.
Yeah, that's another thing. Zlatan is making 1 million, I think now.
1 million.
And he came and he was making like 6.5 or something like that, 7.
7 mil.
Yeah, that's
Zlatan
Ronaldo wants 3 times that amount.
But Zlatan has a good influence on young players. This motherfucker Ronaldo does not have a good influence.
He's toxic, man. He just wants Champions League trophies. He's worse than Red John, man. He would kill everybody here.
What Zlatan did for Milan, Ronaldo cannot do that for any other club.
No,
because
I don't think he's washed SSB. I don't think CR7 is over.
No, he's not washed.
He needs to have gold around him. He needs absolute gold around him. He needs Real Madrid or PSG or something like that.
Yeah, PSG would be good for him, man.
He would have worked in
Bayern Munich too. Sure, Bayern. One of those gold teams.
Yeah,
we're not gold. We work our ass off. We get our hands dirty.
We are diamonds.
We gotta
We're not sweat. Gold. We are diamonds, man. In the making.
Like that. Yeah, that's a good one to see. We're diamonds.
Like,
Yeah. But
Ronaldo is better than Giroud, but Ronaldo doesn't play for the team. That's the problem.
yeah,
Ronaldo
Giroud
doesn't.
is better for us as a team.
And I've seen Giroud go on the left side
Yeah.
defend because Leao needs to stay up top for the counter.
He knows how
Anyway,
to help the younger guys grow. Ronaldo has shown he doesn't.
I think Pioli was unlucky this game. If we had Rebic or Origi, we could have won this game.
We also
Yeah.
lost like 10 minutes. We were down a man because Florenzi went off. So that whole
so
end
what's
of the game was just
what's going on with Origi
all over
and
the place.
Rebic? What kind of injuries did they get?
Rebic had a back problem.
I gotta go though, you guys. I'll talk to you later. It was nice
So
talking.
good, my
See ya,
man.
man.
Have a good
See
one.
Rebic
So what
had
do you
a
say?
back problem, and Origi
Uh-huh.
had inflammation on the muscle.
Weird fucking injuries, man. Every time Rebic gets injured, it's a new injury for him. I don't know. This guy,
He has
he
a
gives you
he has
hope.
a mental problem. Rebic
He,
is
yeah, he gives you hope. First 2 games this season, oh, this guy's gonna bang them goals in, and then you get right back to reality. This guy gets
Man.
injured more than Ibrahimovic, by the way.
Do you remember that game against Udinese?
Yeah.
That's the player he can be, but he has problems in his head. He gets annoyed too easily. He doesn't get the ball. He makes a bad decision, and that's it. The game is over for him. He cannot do anything after that.
I know it's not fair, but I got to the point where I actually think the man he's faking injuries because it doesn't make sense. His injuries don't make sense.
There were some rumors about that last year also that he was faking.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why the team. That's why the team was not happy with him by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Remember, there was a lot of that going on.
Exactly, yeah.
I wouldn't
I love
mind if they
Rebic.
sold him.
I love Rebic. I like his work rate, but damn man, his injuries and his sometimes decision making drives me sometimes to a drink, man. I'm telling you.
Do you guys follow also the Primavera, the result at least?
No.
Here and there,
Man.
man, but not consistently.
I actually used to, but now they're so bad, man. The Primavera is so bad.
These 3 years, they signed like 10 very talented players, and they're still losing 5-0, 5-3.
They lost. They lost
Who is-
again.
No, I
Who's
think
the
they
coach?
won this last round. Now it's Abata. Abata is the coach.
Oh shit! He better get his shit together, man.
What do you guys think about the Champions League draw? In my opinion, it's a good one.
It
Perfect
couldn't have
one.
been better. It couldn't have
Yeah,
been
it's
better.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for us, man. Honestly,
I think even if we play the right, we can even win the group.
actually
lost
predict
today again.
I actually predict us to finish top of the group. Chelsea are not impressive at all. At all.
They
yeah,
lost now, 2-1 to
Chelsea
Southampton.
does not look good so far, man. I've been like watching highlights of EPL, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Do you see the transfer they made now? They paid 80 million for Fofana, and they're paying another 90 million for Guardiola.
Yeah,
They're
it's
spending-
crazy. Imagine paying all this money, man, and still not being a top tier team at the moment. You be
How
80,
much did
like
they
what?
pay? How much did
80
they pay?
for 80 for Fofana and 90 for
90.
Gvardiol, the
and
Croatian
Guardiola will
defender.
stay on loan. Plus, they're paying 90 million for a player that even come this year. He will come
What?
next year.
What? The,
Yeah,
for
he's staying on loan.
for Fana? Oh, the defender who used to be playing in French Farm League, and he played for Leicester City or something like that.
He got a serious injury last year.
Yeah,
Uh,
he broke
He's
broke
very
his
good
leg.
defender, but he had a serious injury.
I remember we were linked at some point, like years
Yeah, with
ago, with him
Fofana.
too. Yeah, we
We
were
linked
also
with,
the
with a
stars.
lot of defenders.
Yeah,
Fofanas.
we definitely did, man.
We were supposed to get him, but he went to Leicester. I remember.
More money, man. More money.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. Those EPL teams, man, they're fucking. Oh man. Ugh. Yeah,
endless money.
we need to build our stadium. We need to start doing something. Otherwise, we're falling behind, man. Like EPL
Man,
just keeps on like growing.
I don't know if you guys were on this YouTube thing like for a very long time. I think 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, the official AC Milan channel on YouTube posted like a mini video of a plan of a stadium, and they showed every angle and It's actually there, guys. The official channel, and we still don't have a new stadium.
Yeah,
10 years
you
ago,
know,
I think, when Berlusconi was the president.
Yeah, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
yeah,
It's crazy.
Italy needs to get their head out of their asses, man, with their bureaucracy, man. They're like falling behind as a country too, man. Like they just takes forever to get anything done, man. It's ridiculous, man.
That's why Cardinal already has a backup plan. I think if Milano doesn't allow, he will go to Sansens.
And I'm good with that, man. Honestly, we need our own stadium so we can make money, start making real money, man. Because and get
We
rid of
cannot
that
compete
fucking
without that stadium. We cannot
exactly, man. That's exactly what I was saying. Like we have to have a stadium in order to become like pretty competitive. So we play Champions League consistently. We have our own stadium. Then we can financially, in some period of time, be like, okay, yeah, 70 million, no problem, man. We'll pay 70 million.
I just hope we don't share the stadium with Inter. I hate it for some reason. Like, there's no exact reason. I just hate it.
Bro,
I
just said it. Redbird, like the owner of Redbird, said he does not want a stadium with Inter whatsoever.
They want to go alone. Yeah,
That's great. Yeah. That's great. Yeah.
Plus, I don't think Inter has the finances to do a stadium unless they get sold.
Inter is that like that like to me it reminds me of that lost child that is wandering in the woods trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of those woods, man. They're like in debt. They're a mess. Like Simeone, I think, is losing the locker room. It looks to me, Like
I was surprised that they're selling Gosens now. They don't have a left back.
It doesn't make sense. Like, why would they sell him?
I don't know.
Because they're broke, bro. They're broke.
I think they're selling Gozen because probably he's going to sell Inter as well. So the president's gonna sell Inter, so that's why he doesn't care. Just want to cash out as much as they can.
Also, United is very interested in Dumfries. Believe me, guys, if Dumfries leaves Inter, they're done. Like, they're very done.
Is their best player.
Yep. The most active, the most like, I like actually Dumfries, man.
United is looking for a new right back, and he might go there. Hopefully he goes to United.
But guys, the market finish in what, 18 hours?
But anything can happen. You never know that,
yeah.
Bro. Yeah, anything can happen, man. With this market, man, I won't be surprised if they sell Dumfries for a really high price. You know what I mean? Make some money because they're broke. They don't have any cash.
And they won't mind playing Dormian at right wing back. Like he did the job before. But he's not like Dumfries at all,
Tomorrow also we're rescinding Bakayoko's contract. Man, I'm disappointed with him. I was expecting a lot more.
What happened, man? What's going on in Bakayoko?
Tomorrow
we are extending.
We'll terminate the loan and he will rescind the contract with Chelsea.
Oh, okay. So is he staying with us or he's free agent?
He will be free agent.
Oh, good. Like that's as long as he's not part of the team, man. I'm okay with it, man. No hate on him, man. I'm just basically speaking facts, man. He hasn't shown anything, man.
No, it's not hate, bro. It's not hate. It's not hate. See, this is the problem with like the Milan lives. You guys think you're hating, but it's not hating. It's just
is this Lucas speaking?
Correct criticism. No, Nathan, you had a chance. And now it's my turn. I've had enough of you guys talking about how Salas Makers is still a good player. He could become better than Chiesa.
Don't put me in that group. Don't put me in that group.
No, you are defending. You are defending Salas Makers as well.
As a closer, not as an attacker.
Oh, okay, fine, whatever. You're still defending
Lucas.
him.
What about me, Lucas? I had rants about Salas Makers. Come on.
Yeah, I said you and the other guy that just left were good guys. You guys are the only good guys here that are actually taking this club seriously and aren't like casual fans that don't criticize people like Maldini, Massara, casual fans that don't criticize the management. You guys are actual fans, real fans. Those are the kind of people that are called real fans. But people that riot, that always defend trash players like Messias, that defend the transfer market, that give the transfer market 7 out of 10, whilst we haven't signed anybody, are fake fans. That's what I call fake fans, in my opinion.
Man, you have to learn this is not FIFA or Football Manager that you can do whatever you want on the transfer
No,
market.
no.
No.
Come on, bro.
There's limitations.
Monster spend more money than us, and we don't even have to spend money.
No,
There are
they
many
didn't spend
ways.
more money than us. No.
There,
Don't so
there are
false
many ways.
stuff.
There
They
are
didn't
many
spend
ways.
more money
Yes,
Monza than
yes,
us.
they did. Yes, they did.
No,
Yes,
they
they
didn't.
did. They
Check
did.
your
15.
data.
No. Listen. 15 million for Pessina, 15 million for Petania. I think 12 or 15 million for Sensi. Then
How
you
many
have
games they
Kapari.
won? How many games they won?
No, we're talking about the money. We're talking about the management of Monza right now. We're not talking about the games won.
Check the stats.
How
That's not correct. Most of them are not
why comparing Monza to Milan? It just doesn't make sense.
I'm
Still a
not.
loss.
I'm not comparing, man. I'm asking how many games they won.
0, because they are Monza.
Milan has the highest net spend in Serie A this year. Highest net spend. So you cannot treat Milan on that. They have the highest net spend.
That doesn't mean anything.
That
doesn't mean anything.
It means they spend the most
no,
money.
It doesn't.
Yes,
it doesn't
it
mean anything. Doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it means they spend the most money.
Yes,
That's
you spend the
net
most
spend
money
means.
in Serie A. And how much money do we spend? 36 on one player. Then you have who? Who else do we buy? We
Do you know
bought
what net
Kiao.
spend is? Do you know what net
Yes,
spend
I know. Yes, I know
Okay,
what
then
net
what's the
spend
problem?
is.
You cannot say they're not spending money where they spend money.
Lucas.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey Laura, before you go, I want to say something. I have to give it to Lucas. He came in a casual way, offended a bunch of people with the smile. Gotta give it to you, man. Props to you, bro.
Thank you.
No, I want to say to Lucas, I don't give a shit about the money. I want the team to win. So if we win another league title with this spend,
you want the team to win. You want the team to win, and you're here defending Salas makers in front of 30 people, 40 people.
Yeah, I am.
Wow,
because he won the title. He won the title.
Oh my goodness, he won the title. Leao won the title. It wasn't Salas makers. It was Leao.
Well, today Leao didn't win alone.
Well, see, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem.
Why didn't win
This is
today,
the problem
Leao?
of the fan base. This is the current problem of the fan base.
Lucas, don't go to the fan base. Reply to me. Leao didn't win today. He won the league by himself. Why didn't win today?
Because he can't do everything by himself every single day.
So that's why I'm telling you, Selemakers won the league as well. Selemakers won the league as well. Oh yes,
no,
because alone we saw it. Leao alone did nothing.
There's no logic.
You had the proof.
There's no logic behind your sentence.
No, that's the logic.
There's no logic.
The logic, man.
No,
that's the logic.
No,
that's the
no logic. Zero logic.
Yeah, zero logic. Okay. Yeah. Leao, man, it's called Leao, not Maradona. So please.
No, bro. No.
This is the only Milan in the history of this club. Shut up for a second. In the history of this club, 120 years of history, this is the only Milan that won a league title without having a world-class player, without having a big star.
So you don't rate.
So no, 1 second. No one that won a Ballon d'Or, no legend of the game, no one that actually played in a World Cup probably, or stuff like that. This is the only Milan, and yet you're telling me we won it with 2-3 players less. Selemakers.
Giroud won the World Cup, and he was
Giroud. You got me. Big player, big
I got you. Yeah.
The Milan of Sacchi won titles with Van Basten, Gullit, Baresi, all big Rijkaard, all big personalities. The Milan of Ancelotti with Shevchenko, Sidor, Pirlo, Gattuso, Nesta, Maldini.
Then you shouldn't be happy with Selemakers and Diaz then.
Yes, exactly.
No. What I'm telling you, I have to finish now. So So what I'm telling you, we won the title, and Saelemaekers had to run a lot to win it because no Shevchenko, no Kaká, no Pirlo was in the pitch. Shevchenko was not there. We had Giroud,
Saelemaekers
36
didn't
years
even
old.
play. Saelemaekers didn't even play for most of the season.
2000
Yeah,
minutes.
man. Yeah, like
2000 minutes.
Saelemaekers was a
2000
contributing factor in us winning the Serie. Yeah, sure.
2000
Every
minutes.
Sure.
single
2000
player
minutes.
that
Everyone, all the
Yeah.
33
Everyone.
players contributed.
Yeah.
All the
Everyone.
players,
No,
everyone that played
It was
2000
a
minutes
team
contributed.
title, not an individual
Yes,
title.
Yeah.
everyone.
like, do you know what is your problem? Do you know your problem?
Yeah, I know what is
Your
my problem.
problem?
Do you know what is your problem?
No.
You don't
Your
know what is
problem
your
is that.
problem.
No. Let me set your problem. Your problem is that you have seen Milan win too many trophies, so you don't care what happens in the future of this club. Whilst the next generation, my generation, cares about winning trophies and not just one Scudetto. And that's why you're happy with Saelemaekers.
No,
Because you've seen it all. Yes.
Lucas,
Yes.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
I'll tell
You're a
you.
fake
Okay,
fan.
yes, okay.
You're a fake.
Okay, Lucas, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something, Lucas. I'll give you a life lesson here.
Basile, come to my place. I'll have popcorn and drinks to watch the show. Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna make cocktails, bro.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Basile.
Saeed,
I need to tell. Sorry, guys. I need to tell something to Lucas. I need to tell something to Lucas before I leave and I close the live. So I don't know, you guys. You grew up all around the world. I grew up when Milan was winning everything in Italy. So I had the opposite supporter, and I was following Milan every fucking minute in my life. So the Milan that won everything, the guys that won everything, they won 2 Champions Leagues, they played 3 finals, a lot of 2 Serie A, and everything like that. Everyone was criticizing the players, like Saelemaekers. They were criticizing. You don't believe it, but people were criticizing Pirlo. They were criticizing Seedorf that was not running. They was criticizing Gattuso because was not good on the ball, not good at passing the ball. Ambrosini. They were criticizing Costa Curta was too slow. Nesta was always injured in his back. Nesta injured himself because he was playing PlayStation one day. The people were criticizing Legend. And the moment these players left Milan, they had their last game. San Siro was empty. No one gave a shit because people thought
because they were old.
Normal.
They were old.
No. They gave everything to the club. People didn't show up, and actually, some English supporters, they were shocked. They were saying, "Why no one is at San Siro? This is the last game of Nesta at Milan, the last game of Gattuso, of Seedorf, Inzaghi. They gave everything to this club. They're a legend of the sport. No one was there. You know why? Because they thought it was normal that Milan always gonna win, always gonna have players like this. And 10 years of banter era came, and 10 years of supporters like you came. They know nothing about what does it mean.
Yeah, but Lart, but let's just a sentence. Let's snap back to the reality. Saelemaekers will not be that player. So just chill out. You know, we're talking about Saelemaekers here.
I'm not saying, dude, I'm talking about myself right now. I'm explaining myself, my story. This is my story. It's not the story of you guys. It's my story. I was one of those players that were criticizing these players. I was criticizing. I criticized everyone at that meeting. I criticized Cafu because he was not good at crossing. Legend of the sport. And 10 years of banter era came. And these 10 years, I was calling my dad and I was telling him, dude, how stupid we were that we were criticizing these players. They gave everything for the club. And we didn't appreciate it. We thought that it's going to be normal, that another Maldini is going to come. Another Nesta is going to come. So I was stupid. I was criticizing those players. And I'm not going to do that mistake again.
No.
I have to finish. I'm not going to do, me as a lad, I'm not going to do that mistake again. I'm not going to criticize a player that gives everything for this club and wins titles. Even if he plays 1 minute or 2,000 minutes or 5,000 minutes, I'm never gonna do that. You are you are in that phase of your life that you're gonna do it. Keep doing it. I'm fine.
That's ironic. That's ironic because you just.
I haven't finished yet.
No. Stop muting. I'm going to say my piece now. You're.
So that's me. I criticize. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not criticizing players that win titles with this club, that give everything to this club, and they love the club. I'm not doing that. Sorry. You
Can
guys
I
can do
speak
that.
now?
I'm not doing that.
Can I speak?
Well, that can
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
Oh
not
no,
the
it's my
smart
turn.
thing to do.
Nathan, bro, please. All right.
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
yeah. So large. That's ironic because you literally just said no one in our team is world class, and you are complaining about Leao. So yes, you still criticize players.
You were shitting on
What you
Kessie too,
said
man.
make no sense.
Kessie at Cam scored 2 goals last season against Empoli, and you still said he had a shit game. But
Wow.
when Diaz has a bad game, oh, he's my friend. I love this guy. Oh, we grew up together. No, man, it's not fair.
Hey, yo,
If you want,
that's
Dude.
weird.
come on,
Large. To be
Kessie
honest, that's weird.
you shat on Kessie,
To be
man.
honest.
Kessie was not the most technical. He wasn't the best at times. He gave everything for the club, and you shat on him every single match day.
No, he
Sure,
left.
Large,
He left
that
for
is
free.
so
He
weird.
left for
It's
free.
just
He left for free.
it's just Leon.
Kessie left for free. Kessie put out in a situation that we were begging him to stay at Milan. No one should be begged to stay at Milan. No one. He was playing with us. He asked 4, he asked 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 6. He left for free, and he was not performing, and he was putting us in a situation, the club as well, in a situation that is not an healthy situation to run out of your contract and leave AC Milan.
Laird, was he giving his best?
No. I don't listen to me. He was giving his best for himself because he wanted a better contract and a better team, and he was walking out AC Milan. I don't care. According to my opinion, Nathan, I'm giving my fucking opinion, man. Do you want my fucking opinion? This is my opinion, man.
You're passing your opinions off as facts, Larry. That's
Dude,
the problem.
I'm not. But by the way, he left actually. So at the end of the thing, he did it for himself because he got a good contract with Barcelona. So he was playing well for himself. I don't give a shit what he's thinking in his mind. That's what he did. That's what he showed. What they do, that's what they show, and what it is at the end. Talks.
But that's what I said about Liam. You told me my logic was not right.
Dude, when I was criticizing Kessie, I was saying he was having a bad game. I was not saying this guy is not good enough for AC Milan. We should sell him. We need a better player. This guy should not walk the pitch again anymore. This guy is a headless chicken. He runs like a headless. I never did something like that to any player for AC Milan. Never.
I swear you did that to Kessie,
But
man, many times.
You said you did it to Teo.
I say Teo makes bad decision, but criticizing players in that way is one thing. But saying that this guy is not good enough, he needs to fuck off. I never done that.
But you said sell Theo. You wanted to sell Theo. So you gave up on him.
I did it. I say at that point because Theo changed as a player. When I say that, Theo was a different player. I say now Leao needs to let's sell Leao, get 100 million. But I'm not. That does not mean I don't think Theo is a good player. We are in a situation that we need money to build a team, and if you have to sacrifice Theo 70 million to build a team, that was an opinion. I didn't say Theo is a shit player. And Theo renewed for 4.5. I love him more than my mom. Fucking hell. Because he can walk in any big team in the world. He can play for Barcelona. He can play for Man City. He can play for Paris Saint-Germain. He can play for any big team in the world. Yeah. He decided to stay for Milan. And my opinion changed.
Lard, I want to ask you a question. And you're much older than me, so you should know the answer. Do you think most of these players give a single fuck about you or Nathan or anyone here? Why do you have this loyalty towards these players?
I don't want them to give a fuck about me. I want them to give a fuck about Milan.
Even though Kessie fucked up with his contract thing, he fucking did his best. He puked blood on the pitch, even though he was not performing well.
For himself as well, not just for me.
Do you know him? Well. Do you know him? Do you know the guy?
Man. I'm not saying he's a piece of shit.
You don't care. No, for Kessie, you don't care because you.
Dude.
Because you. No, come on, man.
No,
But
no,
Diaz,
I'm giving an
he cares
opinion.
about Diaz, though. He cares about Diaz. Who offers
I don't
nothing.
care.
No, no,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
care
wait,
about
wait.
Diaz. I don't care about Diaz.
One thing that Casey
criticize
did
everyone.
bad. One thing that Casey did back when he came back from the Olympic, and he said he will re-sign a contract. He promised that, and he never did that. That's
Well,
the
they
only.
didn't offer him the contract that he wanted.
They offered
If you
him.
guys no, they didn't. Remember at the beginning of the summer, there was a very feasible contract that his agent asked for, and Milan did not. As soon as his agent said, "We'll take $6 million," they should have brought his ass and Kessie ass into the office and said, "Okay, this is what you said."
No,
Bet.
Nathan,
No,
Nathan, you need to understand one thing.
But what do? They prolonged it.
They offered him a contract, not $6 million. They offered him 4.5. I think.
Nathan,
but this is the thing: you lose.
Dude, I don't give a shit.
When you wait, it's fine if you don't care, Larry. It's fine if you don't care. But the fact of the matter is, the longer you wait, the less power you have.
No. But he didn't say I will resign if I got a contract offer. He said he will resign.
Yeah.
Because he was expecting a certain offer. He was expecting a certain offer from Milan.
No, don't defend Casey for that.
Exactly.
I'm grateful for what he did. I will respect him because he had a big contribution to the title. I won't say bad things about him, but that was the only bad thing he did. He shouldn't have had that after the Olympics. He should have learned to keep his mouth shut.
And we should learn to do contract renewals at a better time.
Nathan, I don't give a shit, man. He walked out AC Milan. Why should I love him? Why should I love him, man? Well, I'm asking. I'm explaining why I defend.
You're right. Why should you love him? But
Lucas,
why should you love Diaz, who's not even an AC Milan player?
Nathan, Lucas accused me to be a plastic fan. I explained him why I love the players of this AC Milan.
Says a lot of things. But
I'm explaining the reason why I love these players.
Okay, but you said why should you love Kessie for walking out? But how can you love Diaz, who isn't even a Milan player?
Because he gives everything for Milan. The moment he goes out,
so did Kessie.
But he's not with Milan anymore. Why should I suck his dick again and again? Because he's not with Milan anymore. I don't give a shit.
So why should we fucking pamper the fucking Diaz?
You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. I'm not saying.
But the thing is, Larry, you are not being fair to your criticisms.
What do you mean? I criticize everyone. I criticize for the game. I criticize for the single situation. You guys go on macro
now because you are literally a walking contradiction. But go ahead.
I'm not, dude. I'm not criticizing. I'm not telling them they are shit. They need to walk out of this club. They need to disappear. They should not play any game anymore. I'm not saying things like this, man. You guys come here and say Saelemaekers should not be in this. We should.
You said the same. No. You said the same thing about Kessie every single match last season. So be fair. We say stuff about Diaz. You say stuff about Kessie.
I was sick and tired about him.
And I'm sick of tired of seeing Saelemaekers. And I'm sick of tired of seeing Saelemaekers not being able to put a good cross in. So it's the same thing here.
But he won the title.
Kessie won the title as well.
But keep loving him, man. I'm not stopping you. Keep loving him. He's not an AC Milan player. I don't love him. Fuck you know, keep loving him, man. Keep sucking his dick. I don't mind, man.
We're talking about last season. Don't change the narrative, Lars. We're talking about last season.
Last season, when he was playing bad, I was saying he was playing bad.
But why won't you do the same thing to Diaz and Saelemaekers?
Did I say Kessie should not start anymore? Pioli should not start Kessie anymore? Did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
Did I
say
you
fucking did.
Kessie? Did I say Kessie runs like an headless chicken?
Yes, you said. Yes, you said. Yes, you did.
No.
Oh.
I said this game Kessie was bad. Kessie cannot play number 10. He's more a midfielder. I give tactical reason. I explain my opinion. I don't go randomly and say.
No, you always preach that Tonali and Ben Nasser should start and that Kessie should not get a single minute. You said that
a single minute. I say that mouth. No one. He should never start. Even if they are injured, he should never start. I should play back.
Okay, so
I say that. Did I say that?
So no, yeah, it's not just Cam. You also said he should not start in the midfield ahead of Ben Nasser and Tonali. So you said that. You said that, man. Come on.
I'd say that because I rate more Tonali and Benacer as a player.
But
So you basically confirmed our point.
Dude, who you rate more than Salamakers?
In terms of our squad, I don't understand.
Oh,
in terms of our squad,
yeah, our squad. Because I'm happy
Lart,
with the players we have.
no,
You don't,
no,
you're
no,
not happy. You want,
wait,
you want
wait.
a guy
This
that
is
doesn't play for us.
no, this is a trick question because Messias starting right now is bad, and we have no other right winger than Salamakers. So this is a trick question. It's not fair.
Okay. I'll repeat the question to you. When I
Yeah.
was criticizing Kessie, how many titles Kessie won with Milan?
He won most games, and you still
No,
criticize
how
him.
many titles? How many titles?
one title.
No, not
Yeah.
title. When I was criticizing Kessie, he had 0 titles at that point. He had 0 titles at that point.
You
And he had-
and then you cri-
and he
What are
was
you
and then you
not
talking
cri-
renewed.
about? Oh,
and then you criticized him for a whole season, and he ended up
Yes,
scoring a
because
goal
I'm
in
a
the
free
final
man.
match,
Dude,
scoring 2
because
goals
I'm a
against
free
Empoli
man.
from the cam, and he
Yes,
also
because
contributed
I'm a
to the
free
league.
man. Yes,
But he,
because I'm a free
but
man.
hold on, hold on, sorry,
Because I'm a
he's
free man.
Kessié, but he's
Yes,
Kessié, and you hate him, but you love Diaz.
hold on,
I
hold
don't,
on,
I
Bro,
don't
but,
hate.
say it
but,
as it is, man.
See,
wait, Larry,
dude,
hold on, Larry,
see,
by
I don't
that
hate
logic,
Kessie,
by
man.
that logic,
Yeah, man.
how many titles did Macias and Salamakers have?
Sorry?
How
Sorry?
many titles did Macias and Salamakers have? Does anybody know? Not Macias,
No,
but Salamakers.
0
did
title at
have.
that time. 0 title at that time.
So why weren't you criticizing them still?
Because they were happy to be at Milan and they were fighting to
Bro, you were full
for
of
the
shit,
shirt.
bro. Kessie at the time was
Okay,
happy to be at Milan too.
And why did
Lart,
he stay?
Lart, I agree that Kessié maybe rushed. A player doesn't come out in the fucking public and says, I want to be the president of Milan for life for no reason. The player doesn't come out public and humiliates himself for no reason. Something happened.
Dude.
Milan did not offer him the contract that he deserved at the time. Don't just shit on the player because you don't like him and you like Diaz and Salamakers.
Dude, he had bad
Come
games
on.
as well. He played bad. Against Liverpool, he played bad. You want me to say he played good just because he doesn't renew? I'm gonna say he played bad. He played a lot of games bad.
What does that
Against-
even matter? What are we debating here, man? What are you saying?
I don't know. What are you debating? I'm
No,
explaining the
you
way
make. Oh, come on.
Lucas criticizing me as a supporter, telling me that I'm a plastic supporter, that I support players. They are shit. They are not good for Milan. I support them because I've seen Milan win a lot of times. That's what Lucas criticized. And I explained to him, but I have to finish because you don't remember why we started this topic. And I was explaining to Lucas why I love these players because they give everything for the shirt and they want to stay at Milan.
Kessie
And you
also
went
wanted
to
stay.
Kessie. Why didn't stay?
Because Milan didn't offer him the right contract.
We never know that. We are not behind. We don't know the behind.
We have
We don't know
plenty
the
of
behind the
statements
scenes.
that come out and said that they
It's
didn't
not,
offer him the right
listen,
contract.
Nathan, it's
Then
not
we
just
could
the
have,
contract,
then we could have
it's-
also
I don't
renewed
care,
his contract.
Nathan.
2
I don't
No, no,
care.
no.
prior
Nathan,
to
I don't
his
care.
first
I don't
contract.
like it, man.
Nathan,
I
He
know
left
you don't
Milan
care. I know you
for
don't
free.
care. I know you
Fuck
don't
it.
care.
I don't like Donnarumma.
But
Donnarumma is
when
a
you
piece
say
of
you
shit.
don't
no,
care,
listen.
Donnarumma is a
you're
piece
also
of shit.
denying
Fuck off.
obvious facts as well.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu is a piece of shit. Fuck off.
I agree with
All the
Donnarumma and
mercenaries.
Çalhanoğlu. Listen, I agree with Donnarumma and Çalhanoğlu. What I don't agree with is shitting on Kessié. He's a
Yeah.
totally different situation than these
Yeah,
guys.
it's a different situation than both
He's
of them.
different.
For me, it's a different situation. I'm not shitting on him. I don't like him. Can I not like him?
Yeah.
I'm forced to like him?
Did I say go kiss him? I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you guys are upset because I don't like him. You guys are
No,
really
no,
upset because
no,
I don't
don't
like him.
put words.
We're upset
Do not
because
put
you
words.
criticize them,
Do
but
not
don't
put words in our
criticize
mouth.
others.
Yeah.
Listen, why? You know why I don't hate Diaz? You know why I don't hate Diaz? Because he never said I'm gonna stay with Milan forever. He didn't sign a contract. He's not a Milan player. He just
did
plays
he
for
say
Milan.
he wants to stay at Milan? As Diaz
he
come out
didn't
and
say-
said that he would.
Never. He never said that. But he keeps
so
everything.
doesn't want to
He
be at
runs.
Milan.
But let me. But are you actually? You care about my opinion, or you just want to talk over me? Because I'm
I
explaining
heard what you said. I heard what you said.
Messias. No, you have to hear it properly. Messias, he cost us 1 million and he earns, I don't know, 1 million. And he runs like every inch of the pitch to win a game for Milan. And he gives everything for the shirt. And you want me not to love him because he's not good
Who
as
said that?
Ziyech. He's not like
Who said that?
Lucas
No
will say,
one
you are
said
an
that.
idiot. No, Lucas say that. I'm replying to Lucas. Lucas say you are an idiot because you love Messias, and I'm telling you, I love Messias because he's giving everything for Milan. I love Saelemaekers because he gives everything for Milan. Diaz, let me finish 1 second. Diaz can come at AC Milan, steal the money, run walk in the pitch, don't give a shit about the club, and get his money and go in another club. He's actually caring. He's giving a shit. He's running and he's trying to win a title with Milan, even if the Milan is not his team. So, do you want me to hate him? To tell him he's a piece of shit? No, I'm not that way. I'm different.
There's a difference. There's a difference between hating. There's a difference between hating someone, hating a player's guts, and wishing the worst upon him. But we have reached a time where you think it's a sin to call out a player if he had a fucking bad game. It's not that deep.
No.
It's not that deep. It's not that deep, man.
No, my problem is when the whole team had a bad game, you guys focus always on the 2 players. Same 2 players, always.
That's the point.
Always the same part of the
that's not the point. No, wait, that's not the point, because every time Leao has a shit game, we fucking roast him in the group chat. So don't bring this bullshit to us.
Who is the most roasted? No matter what's happening in the game, every single time. Saelemaekers, Diaz, Messias. Saelemaekers, Diaz, Messias. No matter how everybody bad else plays, those are the players that always gets the most hate.
Sometimes there's a difference. Leao wins us the title. Saelemaekers doesn't do shit. We have to separate the players, man.
I'll tell you why. It's not even that. When Leao gets the ball, he's actually doing something on the ball. Even if he's doing trying to dribble 4 people, which obviously is wrong, he's actually getting the ball and moving the team forward. Saelemaekers, when he gets the ball, he's always, I'm not going to say always because you're going to get one instance where he went forward, but 98% of the time, Saelemaekers' pass is always a safe pass. He doesn't try and beat his man. He always passes the ball backwards. So
Nathan, he's
you're going to shit on him. When Diaz gets the ball, his through passes are shit. He has no vision for people who are actually making runs. When he does do a long pass, it doesn't actually get there. When he shoots the ball, his shooting is wild. So yeah, you're right. We're gonna shit on these guys because they are in pivotal positions and they fuck up.
Nathan.
It has gotten so bad for Leao that on Twitter he fucking liked a tweet publicly saying that after he won the Serie A MVP, he plays like Mbaye Yang with a picture. This is how bad. And you guys saying no one criticizes Leao. Leao is the most criticized and fucking talked about player in this team. The minute someone talks about Saelemaekers or Diaz, you guys put them on the spot. They're not good enough. They're not playing well. And this is why someone calls them out for it. They're not our fucking brothers. They're not our friends, man. They're not our friends, man. If they're not playing well, you talk about them. What the fuck? Seriously.
Dude. Why did you not play CDK or
shouldn't talk about them or criticize them.
Why did they not play CDK or Adley first?
That's what I'm saying. With what he has a problem with. You don't understand that part. He's not saying don't shit on Saelemaekers, don't shit on Diaz.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not saying that. No, he's not saying that.
Him and Roy, every time we do it, him and Roy blow up about it. Every time. So they obviously have a problem when we criticize them. So I understand what you're saying, but their actions do not dictate what you are actually saying.
Andon, you actually said it. Andon,
they don't reflect what you're saying. Sorry.
Andon, you said a perfect point. I know they're not saying, but we shit on other players as well, man. When Theo fucking plays like a dumb fuck many of the games, we call him out for it. When Leao, wait, let me finish. When Leao fucking keeps walking, we labeled him lazy Leao. For months, man, we ridiculed him. Do you know that after the first season? Do you know that?
Wait, like 2 years, bro. 2 years.
Do you know that?
2 years.
Nathan, you're a martyr to this. Do you remember how much I fucking used to defend Saelemaekers after the first season? You remember how?
Yes.
In front of everyone, man. Most of the people were hating on him. But there comes a point where a player is not contributing, man. We give Leao passes because he may have some bad games, but look at how he saves our fucking asses most of the games. When Diaz is not putting a fucking good cross in, you call him out for it. When Salamakers fucking walks on the pitch like last game, you shit on him. This is what we're saying, man. So we shit on these players. Yeah, we shit on these players, and we also shit on Leao and Theo and the big players. This is what happens.
No, you don't do that. No,
yes, I do that. Yes, I do that. Yes, I fucking do that.
No.
Yes, I do that.
Yes,
I do that always.
Say if I bring you in that position, then you go and do it. You don't do it natural. You go straight away on Messias, Salamakers, and Diaz. For example, Nathan always saying, "Oh, Diaz doesn't put through ball." Fucking Diaz has been playing with Milan with a 38 years old and a 36 years old. What the fuck? Where is gonna put that through ball?
Okay,
what the fuck?
Lart, are you gonna sit there with a straight face and deny that I've been shitting on these players many times?
Guys.
Lart, answer the question. Have I been shitting on guys like Theo and Leao when they don't do well? Yes or no? Have I been doing that or not?
No, you don't do that.
You're fucking lying, man. Come on, man. What the fuck is this shit, man?
No, you don't do
that. I don't do that, seriously?
No, you
Who called Leo lazy? Who called Leo lazy, man? Who called Leo lazy? Me. What the fuck?
Say it. You open your analysis every time Milan draws. Every time you open your head, we need the right wing. We are not good enough.
Don't we need a right wing?
No, because sometimes we lose. No, because sometimes we lose games because the midfield didn't play well. The left side didn't play well. The striker is too old, too slow. Sometimes we lose games for other reasons. Not because the right wing is not good enough. Other teams, they have everything sorted and they don't win all the games. Because
okay, Lart.
Other fans can all sit here and say that we need a right winger. But you and Roy are the only fans that I've ever seen currently saying that we don't need a right winger. But literally, professionals and fans and pundits all say the same thing, but you guys say otherwise. Like, bruh, come on now, bruh. You guys are.
Hey guys,
you guys are some serious crazy shit.
Lart, whenever the transfer window topic comes up, I always said the priority position is CDM. If you're not gonna get a right winger, I am fine with that. Play CDK on the right and play either Adli or Diaz. Rotate them. I always said the CDM is the most. I don't just wake up every morning and type on the group, "Oh, let's get a right winger." Don't make this out like how you want to make it. It's not correct, man. It's not nice when you do that. Seriously. I always said we need a CDM more than anything. Go on, Vasil.
No, I said it before. I'm gonna repeat it. That I gave Salamaker 2 years. I wasn't too harsh on him. Sometimes I was, but overall I was supporting the guy. But this third year with us, and for me, he's not progressing. Like, that's my biggest, like, if I had to point something out why I've been lately criticizing him, that's because of that. He's a hardworking player. You know, I give it to him. And, you know, like, to me, he's not like a bad player. He's just not fitting in this
He's a bench player. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's definitely a bench player, but not a starter, man.
Yeah, not a starter.
That's a good thing, bro. A super sub is a good thing to have. But don't sit here and come out here and say that he should be
I don't know,
starting.
guys, if you remember Serginho. Serginho was that super sub. He never started that many games. He always comes from the bench. I think Salamakers can have that role.
I agree. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
I think we would either in the winter mercato, depends on the World Cup, or at next summer they will definitely buy a better right wing. They know that they need a right wing.
I can tell you right now, any good right wing that is actually getting into the World Cup, if they even have a decent performance, we will be priced out. I hate going for players after big tournaments because we fuck ourselves for not getting them earlier. Same thing with Kavicha. We were talking about him for 1 to 2 years. And now look at him. He's making Leao look like a fucking shoelace maker right now.
Or they are waiting to see how Traore develops from the Primavera. He was a big talent. I don't know. Maybe they're planning on that as well to see how his season will go. They have plans. They're working on a plan. That's why I said the only problem I had this summer was I didn't know if Maldini will sign the contract. if Maldini re-signed the contract, then I knew everything would be okay, and they have a plan, but it needs a little bit of patience from my side.
And another thing I want to point out: people are writing, with this Manchester United got Casemiro, Chelsea's buying 80, 90 million players. You have to understand, guys. Elliott sold us, and they only gave us 50 million for transfer. So no matter how you look at it, and no matter how you look at it, we couldn't buy any big players or anything like that. So
Nottingham Forest signed 19 players, I think.
We could have got.
We cannot compete with EPL. They have luxury TV deals. The worst team in the league has like over 150 million just for the TV deal.
I just wanted to point it out. I think people are overlooking that fact that Elliott does not give a shit anymore. They sold the club and they gave only 50 million. That was it. That was the budget that Maldini had. Do you think, guys, I'm happy about it? Fucking no, I'm not happy about it. But that's the reality, man. So
they couldn't even have given that 50 millions. They could have said, no, we're not giving money for transfers. And
exactly, man. Because they're the owners of the clubs. They do whatever the fuck they want. So, like, shit. I'm sure Maldini wanted to decide.
These guys blatantly are not hitting players in positions that we need. We've needed a right winger longer than we've needed any other position.
I've been, bro, like I've been the biggest advocate for getting a right wing, man, because I feel like that's the weakest link of this team. I don't care what other people say. That's the truth.
Currently, yes, but you have to understand Milan was in such a bad shape when they got Milan. It needs time for them to fix everything. They cannot fix in 1, 2, 3 years. They need time. It's a process.
Yeah. Like patience. Patience is the key. We're just talking here. Obviously, it's just shooting the shit, as they say. But they're running the show, and in reality, is they control the club. That's what they gave to the club, and could have been. I wish we signed a fucking right wing, man. Honestly.
Oh, me as well. I wish we would have the money to spend 100 million on a right wing. But they
don't need to, bro. See, this is the misconception, bro. There are wingers out there that you can get for under 20 million. But these guys, either their scouts are just fucking worthless as fuck when it comes to offense, or they just blatantly don't know about these players. Like bro, there's players out there that we could have got both CDK, we could have got CDK, and we could have got Kavicha. We could have got CDK, and we could have got that kid from fucking Almeria. There are players out there that you can get for like 10 million. These kids, but bro, Hans was talking about CDK before anybody fucking realized, bro.
Oh yeah, but you have to understand they had a limited budget.
Excuse, bro. I understand that, but it's not a good excuse. We still had what, 10 million? We still could have got Kavicha as well. It's not a good excuse.
Yeah, I agree.
When we had the budget,
I agree with Kvicha that they should have gotten that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
Messias or Florenzi and spend that money on Kvicha. That would be a better choice.
I agree, man.
Because then we could have at least moved Salamakers into the right back position, so that way you wouldn't have to rely, or even if you wanted to have Florenzi, you saw what happened today. Florenzi's injuries because he's getting older. Now we're into another situation. See, these guys don't think. It's not good to always think of the worst case scenario, but when you get players who are in your 30s, you have to think of worst case scenarios and go for them.
I wouldn't even have sold. I would have sold even Rebic to get a good amount.
Yeah, man. There was options. I think the problem was, I feel like that Maldini contract kind of went all to the last minute, and then kind of a late start, man. I'm not looking for excuses. They still could have done better job for sure. Right wing was the priority, man. And I mean, it is what it is right now. So that's why I said, like, if we got this transfer market like a decent right wing, I would give it 10 out of 10. But because of that, I'm giving like 6, maybe 7 at the most. Like, that's just being nice.
for me, this game ended up like it did because of Pioli. Because we already know Salamakers, we already know Diaz, we already know that Pioli
Is it
somehow.
you?
Red
Yeah,
John, is you, bro? Oh, what's
yeah,
up, my
that's me,
man?
man. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
I think Pioli didn't get this, just didn't prepare the game as good as he could have. Because if you guys noticed, like they came, the Sassuolo came and did the same game as Atalanta did. They parked the bus, they didn't press high, and we just have a hard time breaking down teams that play like that. And if you decide to have your starting formation with Salamakers and Diaz, you lose in creativity. So
Exactly.
we basically lost 60 minutes. And also Pioli has another
Exactly.
problem. Pioli has the
Oh,
problem
but
that
wait.
he is not capable of making changes in the second half. He needs the 60th minute, man. Like he wastes 15 minutes every single game because he cannot make changes in the
Right
pause
wing.
between the two halves.
Yeah, hey Reggie, just to add to that, man. Hey, how you guys doing, man?
Oh, what's
And
up, bro?
Yeah,
How are
what's
you
up,
doing,
man?
man?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've been listening. I've been at work. I've been listening to y'all the whole time. The thing is, though, it is true. I think purely the problem with him, right? He's still not sure of himself because that's Scudetto. Yeah, we did win it, but I think he's not as confident going to certain things because he still want to keep his job. Like even though he's the best for us right now, so I think he's a bit hesitant. I don't think he doesn't command, he doesn't have that leverage yet to be able to start having innovation and start making like drastic decisions like like a Pep would do, right? Because it's just yeah, you won the Scudetto. Because if we go on a freaking like on a 6 defeat run, on a 9 defeat run, they getting him out of there. They're legit gonna fire him. He's not gonna stay. So he plays a bit cautious, and I think that's one of his downfalls a little bit. And you can kind of see it the way he makes his changes sometimes.
The other downfall of him is he's a little bit too nice. Sometimes he has to be rough on these players, man. And that's why when Zlatan is there, that's why I asked if Zlatan was on the sideline, and people said he was not. I've noticed when he's there, they play differently, man. When he's on the sideline.
I think he's
and
too dependent
if
on
I
Zlatan.
can actually add to that is also the fact that Pioli has this idea that may or may not be right, that you have to make every player on the team happy and content, therefore you have to give everyone minutes. And I just disagree with that. Like you have to play your best formation every single game. And if you want to make, I don't know, try to not start all the starters because you're playing Inter next week or at the end of the week, and this time around you have Sassuolo, you still have to play I don't know, 70% of your best players. So give me some quality on the attack, because otherwise we will fail to score. And not just that, but versus Inter, I assure you, 100%, Inter is going to defend and play on the counters against us at the end of the week. They are not going to press high because they are feeling that if you press high against Milan, you lose. But if you stay low, create a deep line, Milan cannot score because it doesn't have the quality. We are so predictable. And not only that, but for some goddamn reason, we spend 90% of the time attacking from the right, even though we have zero quality on the right. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Just play with Yao and Theo, man. Why are you attacking from the right 90% of the time? Makes no fucking sense. It's Salamakers or Diaz or Messias that get the ball, lose the ball, do nothing because they just don't have the necessary quality to do anything. So at least profit and play from Leao and Theo.
Yeah, but you have to take in consideration because now in like 21 days we'll play like 7 games, which is a little bit too much because of
Yeah,
the World Cup, and he has to rotate to make this kind of rotation. Otherwise, he's risking too many injuries if he keeps doing like 70% of the team every single next game. He has to rotate because if he doesn't do that, it would be in even bigger problems.
yeah,
So I
but
understand him for the rotations. I think
but
also I think he should have made a little bit sooner substitutions. That's his problem in some games, especially with the game of Atalanta. I
yeah,
would
but
have change everybody from the front, even at halftime. But he waited a little bit.
You still need to play your players who are in form though. Like if this was against like Spezia or something like that, then that's one thing. Sassuolo is not the best right now, but they're still not going to just roll over and die. Like CDK was on fire. So I understand the rotation thing, but when your upcoming game is against Inter, you need your players firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, but I think also
what this did was instead of rewarding CDK with another start and allowing his good form to continue, what you've done is now put him back into how he was his first game, where some of the touches weren't the best, his confidence wasn't really the best. So you literally just reset him again instead of allowing him to build on that. Because now you're going to go into the game with Inter, and hopefully they start with CDK.
But Nathan,
have the momentum anymore.
But Nathan, man, I've been listening to you. How you doing, man? Listen, bro. Listen. The thing is this, dog. I see you, and I'm pretty sure they sense that. Obviously, a game like this, we should have felt like our best team, right? But that's those 7 games in 21 days, bro, it's not even a joke, especially with the intensity and the teams that we have to face. And I think they just had a bank on that. Because you start playing all these guys now. Then something happens, and then now you're short.
Yes, I understand.
Remember. Listen. Remember back in 2019, right? When we're in that same situation after COVID, and these things started getting tight, right? When we came pre-COVID, and our players started to get injured left to right, and we suffered that. We suffered that when basically our whole team was gutted out or they on COVID. And we couldn't keep up, right? And I mean, and I hear you, but don't forget, we have explosive players. We don't play a slow game, so we just, I don't think we can afford having these guys running left to right, especially for the derby coming Saturday.
And after the derby, there's a Champions League game. I think after the last year failure in the group phase, he's a little bit too precautious about that game. He wants to be prepared to win the game and to have a better showing in the Champions League, because his job depends on what he will do this year in the Champions League. Yeah. If he drops out again out of the groups and doesn't progress, there's no point in keeping him on the job. So he's taking some precautions.
I understand that, but at some point these players are going to have to get used to playing back to back. I mean, what about Leao? Leao is just going to play every single game, or are we going to make an exception for him?
But no, it wasn't Leao.
Leao was supposed to be rested.
He was supposed to be rested.
When is he going to be rested? He's playing every single game now.
But the plan was allowed to rest. Only Rebic got injured.
Oh, you can still play somebody else out there though.
Who?
CDK can go out there. You can put Adley out there. You can change your formation. You can do other things. Yet he still chose to play him. You cannot create a rule and not use it for everybody. So you again, if you're going to continue to play the same formation, you're going on about rotation and things like that, then do rotation. Do the whole thing. Instead, what you're gonna do is burn out your actual best player on the team. When Leao's burnt out and playing like garbage, the team literally does absolutely nothing for almost most of the games. So what is it going to be?
No, and then one thing too, one thing I noticed with Milan, and I'm pretty sure everybody all agrees with that, is we're not really good when we go into games being like the favorites, right? That's something I noticed. We start playing shitty. Because games like, if we're playing a Napoli, we're playing a Roma or Juve, when they all start being against us, not saying that like they're even better than us remotely, I think there's more fuel, there's more motivation, and those teams that attack more, and we kind of like hit on the counter. But when we play these teams, I mean, look at Sassuolo, they play a low block, it makes it harder now. They just don't care. They're just gonna sit back, be next to their box. Yeah, you're not gonna have no creativity, like I said. Having a Diaz start or like Salamakers, right?
That's why we said we need better players.
but we also gotta understand our position too. Like, financially, we just like, if we're being realistic, we can't go out and get these guys. We just don't have the asset. We don't have the resources to a certain extent to be able to match up. Because the moment you gotta understand too, the way them scouts work, the moment they know a team like Milan is interested in something, the other teams can use you as a freaking sentinel too and be like, yo, we want him too. Or we've been wanting them, and they just go in there outbid you. Especially now, I'm pretty sure that's going to be the new thing. Once they find out we're probably on the player, unless it's really secretive and it gets leaked out to the media or through agents, and then you have agents also will come and play this game like, well, or try to create a bidding war between teams, because that's what they're doing with a lot of these players, because the prices are ridiculous. I mean, just look how much Chelsea just spent on Guardiola, like 90 million for a player that's not even going to go to them. And these are the guys that you're going against. And the players that we're looking for, those profiles, those same teams are looking for those same profiles. How do we outbeat them? That's the real question. How do we do it?
I think we have a good team. I think
No, we do.
We have a very good team.
We do.
Just
And watch
needs
this
time
though.
to adapt.
And watch this though. I think we got lucky. I think if Chelsea, those were Leao rumors were at the beginning of the transfer, I think he would have been gone. I feel like it's just it came late. If this thing started like the beginning of summer around June and it was getting steam, I think they would have sold Leao for that 150. I think they would have. Because that's what you're in. Because then these players,
But
they start thinking, because a lot of these players are coming from poverty, right? They start thinking like, yo, when that checkbook gets put in front of you, I don't know, man. Especially if that team is more competitive than you. That's why I feel like we need to be competitive, but I think we have the right system. That's the best we can do. I think we're efficient. I think what Maldini is doing is really efficient, and I don't think any other team can really operate the way we're doing. So
I agree with you. We have a system. No matter which player leaves,
mhm.
in that system, they can find another player that can fill his spot. Also, no matter what the player is, we were worried about Donnarumma. Now we have a better keeper suited for the game. We were worried also about Hakan, about Romagnoli, about everybody, but we still managed to do well regardless what player is leaving because of the system that we have.
Even Suso, when Suso lived, right? Even though we didn't have the system in place, but I'm just trying to say these people got replaced, equally, right? But one thing I'm respecting Milan also, what they're not doing is rushing to go get whoever. We don't have to rush
Yeah,
because the,
that,
the
that
perfect
that's what I
opportunity
like
can
about
present itself,
Maldini.
right?
He will never buy a player just for sake of buying a player.
That's what he even said. Because let's say we rush and we go spend some money on some crazy guy, and then we got a kid that becomes like an available forward. That's why I feel like that's why they're not even stressing getting like
Yeah,
a
that's a very
top
good
number
point.
9. Because I think the
That's a very
number
good
9,
point.
I think the number 9, you really got to be careful because
No,
you don't buy a number 9 for 2 years or
yeah,
a year and a half. You buy them like there's a generation players, and I think they're really patient. I think there's a new talent that's gonna pop out that just is gonna go and poach.
they are
And I
waiting.
and I think that's just what they're really waiting on. That's why they haven't got ahead of themselves. There's a reason why they really want to get CDK, right? Remember last year, what were people saying? Oh, let's go and get Vlasic. Let's go and get Vlasic. People were crying. Why we're not getting Vlasic, right?
Yeah.
Where's Vlasic now? He's at Torino. Who would have said he would have worked out for us? So sometimes we got to be patient. The way
Also,
when the players link
also
to us,
with what you said, that's very correct because also the situation with the center backs.
right?
If we were panicked and buy anybody else like last year, we wouldn't have the chance for Kalulu to grow to the player that he is right now. Currently, Kalulu is our best defender by far, better than
Right,
anybody else
right,
as things stands.
right.
So that's a very smart thing for Maldini to wait, to be patient. If they believe in a player, they will buy him and they will give him a chance. But
But
if they
Kalulu was already established though.
no, he wasn't established.
Yeah,
He started
the
after
season
the
the
carrying
no
injury.
the the season before he already started playing with Romagnoli. He started playing before Tomori came in.
But he wasn't a starter.
He
He was an
wasn't
occasional
established though.
player.
He
Yeah.
wasn't established. That was
Yeah, he
based on
was an
he was
established talent. No,
he was
my meaning of establishment was he's an established talent, and now he's an established player.
he's a
Uh,
contingency player. I'm
so
all I'm
why everyone was crying on January? Where is the defender? We're not gonna finish top 4.
Uh,
Juventus is
I
gonna
don't
No,
win
I,
the
nobody
league.
I
Why
don't think
everyone was
people
crying?
people weren't crying because of the defender. People were crying because we didn't have an attacking midfielder that was good.
No,
We only had Diaz. We didn't have a right winger back then in January who was actually good, and we didn't
No, no,
have
no, no,
a
no,
young
no, no,
striker, and that's why
no.
I went for a
People,
young
no, no,
striker.
no, no, no. The people were crying because Kier got injured and we needed like
No,
depth.
Yeah.
no, man,
No, that was
no,
the main
man. People,
reason.
people,
No, no, no,
people
no, no,
weren't
no,
crying
no.
because of that. People were
Lucas,
crying
listen.
because Diaz was being a
Lucas,
bum. Messias was being a bum. That was the reason why people were
Lucas,
crying.
Lucas, Lucas, that was happening too. But in the mainly for the defender portion, when Kier got injured, it became alarming. We're like, how do we going into the season with only three, defenders? What about somebody has a red? That was the main issue.
That's just your friend group, to be honest. That's just a friend group.
No, no, not a friend
not
group. I
a
mean, you
fan.
go on forums, man. Go on Reddit. You go Milan. There's Milan fans everywhere. That's not a friend thing.
Uh,
That's like everywhere. That's what everybody was saying.
those,
But but
those
anyways,
guys are
me
probably
winning.
large stands. Those guys are
But
large stands, to be honest.
at the end of the day, we have somebody like, the people they talk. We got somebody like Baresi, right? They're still around the Milan, Doma, whatnot. You got people like Maldini. So when it comes to picking these defenders, they speak among themselves. Reports get sent. They're just not going out there blind open. And when it comes to picking a defender, I'm never even going to be surprised. Like that TR kid that I just saw, reports I'm even seeing among like all the Schalke fans, try to hunt around them, they're kind of regretting. And it's like, damn, that was their best player in the second division in Germany. He was literally their best player.
Yeah, I
You
can see
understand?
the
And he's
comments.
only
And
21.
and
They're
and who
He's only
found him? Who
21.
found him? Who found him?
Who found him?
Moncada.
Yeah, exactly. Makanda. It wasn't Maldini that found him. So
But
so
it's
subtract
Moncada's
so
job to find
so
him.
so no. So stop trying to make it seem like Maldini found him. It was the scouting system that found him. So the
Moncada
scouting
is on the
system
but
deserves. So the scouting system
You know how
deserves more
scouts work.
credit.
no, but they
Moncada
do
founds the players, scouts the players. They give a list of names to Maldini and Massara, and Maldini and Massara are deciding which one of those players they will
they want
sign.
to sign.
Yeah.
It's not
Moncada,
just
So
Moncada,
why?
watch this. Watch this. Moncada scouts on, right? He can the way he scouts. He's not. Yeah, he played. Yeah, and I know he's like a little French dude that they're good at watching certain things. They look at similarities. People like Maldini. You gotta understand. Maldini played. He transcended different decades. So he even played during the modern era. Like Thiago Silva. Why Thiago Silva is good. He trained under a year under his wing. Maldini, they can even pinpoint from a younger age, like who's good or not. And we're already seeing it. Look at the choices that he got. Look at even Kiar. Who went and got Kiar back to the squad? Kiar was a reject. He was a journeyman
That,
going from
that
town to town.
that's not
Nobody knew.
that's not
Nobody.
my point. That's
No,
not
but
my
no,
point.
but I'm trying to give you a point. The point is this: is that it's just not them. I give credit to both of them. It's the combo. But guess what? Maldini has to say so, because he was one of the top. I mean, when we talk about like a god defender, he's one of them. So you gotta attribute like some of this success has to be linked to him. Maldini wasn't a forward, and
Of
he was a
course, of
defender.
course, of course.
So
Of
that's what I'm
course,
saying.
yes, Mourinho deserves credit for success, but the only thing I care about is the future, because the future is the only thing that matters. And right now, the future of the club is a mess.
How's the
what
future of
Because,
football a mess?
how is the mess?
no, in terms of like competing for the Scudetto, because we have no right winger, and that's Mourinho's fault.
All right, bro, your thing is flawed. You gotta understand, bro. We just can't get up and go get a right winger.
Listen. Roma have spent less money than us, but they have built their squad incredibly with free agents. So you can come to the life and tell me that we need 20, 30 million, 15 million to sign a right winger. There are many right wingers out there who are way better than Messi and Salad that can play for AC Milan and get double digits.
But it's just the needs. It's just
Roma,
it's just the needs. It's just the needs of the club. So I'm gonna ask you a question, right? When Hakan left and Hakan had to be replaced, what was the most urgent area of the field that had to be replaced? Was it the cam position or the right wing?
The both.
But if we have to pick one, if you can only allocate
Cam.
your money to
This
one,
The cam was more urgent.
No. It was the right wing. No, it was the right wing because we already
It was
had
never
Diaz.
the right one.
We
Yeah.
It
already
was,
had Diaz.
guys. It was
Cam,
the
Cam,
listen.
Cam was
It
the
was
most
the
important
cam.
part at that time.
Yes, and we didn't get neither. We didn't get
Yeah.
neither the
No,
cam nor the right wing. Okay,
But
because
we got
maybe
it wasn't the cam. It
who
wasn't the
did
cam. It was the right
who
wing.
did we get?
If
Who did
no, no,
we,
no,
who did we get in the cam?
we got Diaz.
we
We
got
got Diaz.
No,
no,
no.
we got CDK
Diaz,
now.
no. Diaz was there. Diaz was there.
Diaz was there. We
No,
didn't
no,
get
no.
Diaz.
Diaz wasn't there. Diaz went back to
He
Madrid,
was
and then we
there
bought him.
with Kalanoglu the first
No,
season.
no.
How
Diaz,
long?
Diaz,
Was there?
Diaz.
Okay,
Diaz
Yes,
was
I
the
understand.
yes,
best.
yes, yes.
Lucas,
I need
Diaz
to
was
close
there.
the live, guys.
good, Lucas. I know, man. I know. He went back to Madrid. We loaned him again. He was part of the team. He was the guy that Chala benched the whole season. So you cannot tell me Luke Diaz is somehow a new guy all of a sudden because we loaned him again. You kept the same guy that you had on the bench in the season. You had Chala. That's it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we didn't get a cam, even though we needed a cam,
So,
and we didn't get a right wing, even though we needed a right wing.
Hold on,
That's what I'm
John.
saying.
Can I say
so
this though,
Maldini's
John?
fault
Hold on,
again.
wait, hold on. But John, to add on to this point, we, like Lucas said, technically we did have Diaz, who we all thought was going to be better. Obviously, it didn't work out that way, but we actually had Diaz, so it still was the right winger.
Yeah, exactly.
Nathan,
But that
Nathan.
Sorry,
No,
sorry, guys.
and
Sorry,
John, and hold
guys.
on, and John, you gotta
I need
remember,
to.
we're talking about starters here. We all
Yeah,
knew that Diaz was
start.
going to be the starting cam going into that year, but
Why?
we still did not have, because that's just how it was. We knew
Yeah,
Guys,
that
because
even if you
Maldini
got
I
was
need to
not.
close the live.
even if
I need to close
you
the
got,
live.
just let me just finish this point. We
Well, he's gone. You can end the life now.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll give him a few seconds, and maybe he comes back.
No. I'll end the life. Forza lotta I Ferrari, poi si lascia roba. Ale. Goodbye, guys.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Thank you.
But we'll see what happened, man. We'll see what happened, and if there's another live, I'll hop on. Later on or tomorrow, I'll hop on.
I think with this team we'll struggle to finish third. I
We'll
think
see.
it's Napoli and Inter for the Scudetto right now.
Disagree, man. Disagree.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You say that we're gonna struggle to finish fourth.
Third.
Third. We're gonna struggle, yeah.
Yeah, but listen. This is what happens all the time. We go into the transfer window in January. We sign some players, and then my predictions change. Just like
Okay,
Juventus last season.
Okay, so let's say from now until
We'll struggle.
January.
Yes,
From now
we'll
until
struggle.
January, we will
Yes.
struggle, yeah.
Yeah, for third place.
So what does it mean? Like we're gonna be like 6-7 points from second place, from first place.
Inter
mean
and Napoli
struggling?
will be. No, it means Inter and Napoli will be first. Then we'll be fighting with Roma or like some other team for third place.
Yeah, but if we are like 2 points from Inter and Napoli, that does not mean struggling.
No, it means struggling because.
Oh, it means struggling. Okay.
We
Because
are
we
regressing. We are regressing, bro.
But if we have the same amount of points of the season before, that's not regress.
We won't.
That's not regress.
We won't. No,
We won't, yeah?
I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying we won't.
Okay. So if you're wrong, how long you gonna shut up? For how long you gonna shut up? If you get it wrong.
If I'm wrong, I'll go to Flocky's house, and we'll spar.
No, you're gonna shut up forever if you go to Floki's house.
No,
You're not gonna talk
I'll
anymore.
spar him. I'll spar him and I'll beat him.
No. If you get it wrong, you're gonna shut up for the next 4 months.
No.
Okay?
I'll spar Flocky. No, spar Flocky.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm closing the live. And again, overreaction for a draw. I knew it's gonna happen. That's fine.
Eli, you funny, man. You have to come back. Next time you get on the live, I'll come in early.
That's fine, man.
Yeah.
Next post game is gonna be post match is gonna be on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it straight away after the derby because if we win, we are the best team in the world. We actually can win the Champions League. If we lose, we are shit. We need a right wing, a cam, a right back.
It's about how the team plays, Laird. It's
need
about
everything.
how the team plays.
No, it's about the result. If you win it ugly today, you guys saying, "Oh, the team is good."
Because even when we win, even when we won ugly last year, it was at a different point of the state of the year. This year, we're not winning ugly. We're playing atrocious.
And Nathan, I've seen this team lose 2-0 against Verona with Maldini in the pitch. The son, and still
Maldini
people
is not on the field anymore, though.
Yeah, and still people after that game were asking why Maldini is not playing, why we don't try Maldini, why we don't start Maldini, and people are telling me, oh, we're not biased in this, we just criticize players normally. So that's this channel is just about overreacting and always being biased. People have their own opinion; they don't move from there.
Like you said,
actually not true.
Like
It is.
no, like
the right wing
like
thing.
you
You
said,
guys haven't moved for the right wing issue for the last 3 years.
Neither
Milan
has
is always been growing.
95% of everybody else that talks about Milan.
Yeah, apart from Maldini and Massara.
Yeah, Maldini, Massara, and Pulli.
They don't consider as a priority. They try to fix. No, because they didn't get one.
They won the didn't get. They couldn't get it across the line, but it doesn't mean that they didn't want them.
They didn't get anyone.
You see how you're changing that up again? You're saying because they didn't get them, that means they didn't want them. We all know that's not the truth. The truth is they wanted Berardi. They wanted Ziyech. They wanted these guys, but they couldn't get it across the line. Those are two different things.
But
You're
why
right,
they
Larry.
couldn't?
You sit down and have dinner with
why
them
they,
and have tea and shit.
So
you know more than us.
sorry. No, Nathan. Why, if you really want Ziyech, why you get Messias? Just let him go. Why renew him?
And that's why that's why Maldini had a terrible summer.
Yeah, I get it. I'm asking Nathan, Lucas. I get it, Lucas. Your opinion is clear. You don't need to repeat it every 30 seconds. It's not an advertisement. We got it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm asking if Maldini thinks that Ziyech is a priority, he just doesn't renew.
Because we still need squad depth, and Messias is a great squad.
So we need three right wing.
Yes. We need 3. Yes.
Oh God. Okay.
No. I have a better answer. I have a better answer. It's Maldini's fault. He thought Messias was going to be better than he was last season. He saw how good he was in the preseason. He won the preseason Ballon d'Or. He was hyping him up. And look at him now. Look at him now. We could have used.
Maldini speaks with the coach. He has the coach.
Yes, exactly.
Lucas,
exactly.
Lucas.
And that's why Pioli is not perfect. Pioli is not perfect because he likes Messias. He likes Messias more than Ziyech. In the first press conference of the preseason, they asked him about Ziyech. He said Ziyech is a good player, but he said Messias was also good and deserves a second chance. And that's one of the reasons I don't rate Pioli. I don't like about Pioli. I rate him, but I don't like him for that.
But you're saying it's Maldini's fault.
Yeah, it's his fault too because he listened to Pioli. Yeah, if he gets listen to
that idiot that brought us from 12th place to winning the league. Yeah, what an idiot, Maldini, man. He listened to that. He should listen to you, Lucas. You give more to Milan than Pioli.
Everybody makes mistakes.
You
Pioli
don't even pay the subscription to watch Milan. You don't even give one penny to that club. And you want to give an opinion.
I do, man. I do. Pioli made a mistake. Pioli is not an idiot. He made a mistake, and Maldini made a mistake.
When the season is not over. He won a Scudetto with Messias in the team.
Listen, four,
Guys,
because
y'all
Leao
happy with
carried the
like
team. Because
Yeah,
Leao
Real
carried the
Madrid
team.
won the
we
Champions
should
League
call him
and La Liga.
Maradona right now,
Wait,
not
Real
Leao
Madrid
anymore.
won the
Let's call him
Champions League and
Maradona.
La Liga, and they still went players from the same positions. So what makes you think we're better than that? You guys keep talking about we won the league. Who gives a fuck? That was last year. Now we're in this year.
Exactly.
Why do you
It's
guys
small club mentality.
Yeah, but the season is not over. Just started. You cannot judge
Oh
it
my
for
days.
4 rounds.
This boomers,
That
bro. This
mindset is what
boomers.
separates. That mindset is what separates us from Madrid. Madrid does not
Exactly,
say
Nathan.
we did
But
good
we are
this
not
year. There's
Madrid
no
and
need
we
to
are far off from Madrid.
because
You
we
have to
That's
understand
why
that.
we want to be like Madrid.
It will take time to be Madrid.
Madrid wins and
Not
then they
like
still
this.
go and improve
No,
the team. It's not about
Nathan.
no, look,
Nathan.
you guys are gonna go about, we don't have the money. It's not about money. It's about improving the
Oh,
team
Jesus
even when we're
Christ.
successful. The
Okay,
difference is when Madrid's
yeah.
successful, they go and improve the team. When Barca,
Yeah,
Bayern,
okay.
City, when those teams are successful, what do? Go and improve the team. When Milan is successful, oh, we're good with what we have.
We improved the team. We improved the
But you
team.
cannot wait. You cannot compare us to City, to Bayern Munich, to Real, to
Because
Barca.
of
We are
money,
far
that's
off
not
from
what I'm
that.
talking about, bro. That's not what I'm talking about.
So
Yeah,
we
but
need
you're
time
only
to
saying
get
that
to
in
that
terms of
point.
money. Now you're talking about it in terms of money, not in terms of just improving the squad. You can still improve the squad even if you don't have the same
We
amount of money.
improved the squad.
Squad is
We
improved.
improved the squad. The squad is
We
improved.
didn't
better
improve
than
the
us.
squad. No, we didn't.
Yes,
We didn't.
we
And
improved.
Omar,
We're worse off,
there's
and yet we're
there's
worse
this
this year
guy,
than we were last year.
How
You're right.
how
Large.
we worse off?
Large,
How we
there's this
worse
guy.
off from last year though?
No, wait. Can I say something?
We have the
There's
same
this
number of
guy in the
points.
comment section. There's this guy in the comment section called Omar Mo. He said, small club mentality, one league title, and then you're done. Low. Exactly.
How we
Juve won 9
listen
league
listen
titles.
listen
Juve
listen
won 9 league
listen
titles.
listen. It
9.
doesn't matter. Listen,
And you win one. You
Lucas,
win one
listen.
and you're satisfied.
No,
Small
Lucas,
club, bro.
listen. It's not no
Fake
small
fans.
club
You guys are fake
mentality.
fans.
I've been
You guys are fake
Milan fan
fans.
for 20. I've been a Milan fan for 22 years.
Dude,
Listen,
we are
Fake
I've
Milan fan
seen
for
before
22
I've
even you
seen
were born. So
how
stop
am I
with that.
faking? I've seen Milan win everything in my entire lifetime. I don't care. It's one Scudetto, whatever. I've seen them. A lot of these Juve fans, they never even saw their team win a Champions League.
Yes, you
We've
don't
seen
even
our
know
team
how
go
the
back to
Champions
back.
League look
You
like.
don't know what it is when your team even goes to the final. Let's stop that stuff with small club mentality. There's nothing small. It's just patience. We understand when you be watching football for a long time, you understand how them cycles work. All teams had a dark period. We're just coming out of it, and it's coming with financial reason. There's Madrid fans that people are applauding. We saw when Madrid can't even go past the round of 16, where they used to be getting eliminated left to right until Mourinho came. After they won in 2002, they won the Champions League from 2002. It took them until 24. It took them 12 years to win another Champions League. So let's stop all this stuff, man. It's just football is a cycle.
Wait, Clint. Are you
Yes.
are you a Souls Makers defender?
I am a silence makers defender, big time.
Oh,
I don't care.
okay.
I stand on that.
Big fan. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's whatever, dog. I stand on my beliefs, man. At the end of the day, it's the greater good of the team. I care about this team in all avenues. Yeah, I might critique,
Do you
but
think?
it is what it is.
Do you think Souls Makers is going to be better than Chiesa?
I never said that. I just believe in his
No.
contribution for the team.
No.
That's a bit
Answer the question.
childish.
Yes or no?
I'm not gonna answer though. It's a bit childish. I'm not gonna answer those questions when it's the obvious.
No, I don't know the
can't back
obvious
that up.
because Light said he'll be better. So
But I'm not lied, bro. I'm not lied. So what you expecting me? We're not twins. We can't have the same way of reasoning. People got the reason why they might back certain things. I back silent makers for other reasons. But I'm gonna tell you he's gonna be better than kids, huh? Yep.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, at least you're not delusional.
I mean, nobody in this channel should be delusional. We speak as it's our team. So I don't understand. We throw these coin terms around. I don't know if you're trolling, but yeah, you can troll. It's all cool. But I don't think it's not small clap mentality, bro. You just gotta understand what's at stake here. What we did, like in 3 years, come on, man. Like we saw Milan not too long ago in 2017, 2018. That's not long ago. And we were so fucking sorry. We were sorry as fuck. Suzo, predictable player. Look where we at now. It's just the expectations got higher. But I don't know. I think with Maldini and them, if they work properly, I think we can do something. We can do some damage, right? Maybe not be in those city levels because I think we're way behind the curve in terms of money. But I think, we definitely can go far in the Champions League if we're able to keep this group of players for sure. Most definitely. I mean, we got the talent for it, right? I see a lot of our players on our team right now can start in any of these big teams right now as I speak. That wasn't the case 3 years ago. 3 years ago, any of the players we have in our starting 11 couldn't start on no top team. But when I look at a Benassa, I look at a Theo Hernandez, I look at a Leao, these players can legit be starters on team. A Magnan can be a starter. Tomori can be a
You're
starter on
wrong.
any
You're
top team.
wrong.
How am I
You're
wrong?
wrong. 3 years ago, Donnarumma could have started for any big team.
Okay, yeah, but just
No,
Donnarumma, right? That's an outlier. All right, then who else? Who
Kessie,
else? No.
no, he
3 years
wouldn't.
ago, no. I disagree.
Theo Hernandez.
3 years ago, Theo Hernandez wasn't at his
No,
peak where he's at now. He just got there.
Wait, 3 years ago, Theo Hernandez was the one that scored the last minute winner against Lazio. By the
But
way,
he's still on the rise.
Was not 3 years ago. Was not 3 years ago.
It's 2019. I mean, 3 years ago is what?
It's 1
Like,
year and a half ago, Lucas. 1 year and a
okay.
half ago. It's not 3.
Now you can end the live if you want to. I'm done talking.
Yeah, you said some clever bullshit, and now we can close it.
Lucas, you're funny guy, man. You're funny.
You're still a fake fan though.
I don't care, man. I don't care. You are the real one, man. You're the real fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the real fan.
And your generation is the reason why we became a banter club. No, my generation.
Who says is your generation the reason?
What's your generation, Lucas? What has your generation contributed to?
A lot. TikTok. What else? Social media.
You didn't invent TikTok. You didn't invent TikTok.
But we made TikTok. Like we made it famous.
No.
Yes,
You're just using it. You're just using it.
No, we made it famous.
Using it.
Hey,
No,
Lucas. Hey, Lucas. When you gonna enroll for college, man?
Probably next year. What do you mean?
Oh man, that's all good, man. I was just trying to give you shit.
I'm not a boomer, dude. I'm not a boomer, though.
I mean, who's a boomer? No, none of us. I don't think most of us in here are boomers.
Lawrence, who else? Andon. Lawrence,
We're all
Andon.
millennials, not a boomer. You know what?
We're millennials, bro. We're millennials, my boy. You know what boomers are? You know what year that is?
We didn't survive to any war, man. Don't worry.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm sure Lawrence saw World War II.
I was to say a joke, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna close the live.
Say.
No, I'm not saying it. When you say I'm sure Lawrence saw, I'm like, no, I'm not saying it.
Oh man.
Have a good night, guys. Forza Milan.
All right, man. Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Forza Milan.
Last thing, you guys who thinks we're gonna win the derby?
I think man, I'll go for a draw. I'll go for a draw because I think right now Inter doesn't look good in my opinion, but I'll say the most a draw, but I can see us winning it. I don't see why not. I think we'll have fuel for it.
Yeah, I think we should win it as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
After these results, it would give us a good boost for the next few games.
Yeah.
So we're winning.
6-0 to Inter. Inter wins 6-0.
Okay. What about you, Raja?
I'll say 2-1 though. Since you're not responding, I'll say like a 2-1 for us. If we have to win. But there's definitely gonna be goals. For sure.
I don't
Because who's Inter's first game in the Champions League? Because I think that's also gonna determine a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Bayern Munich.
Yeah, so I think Inzaghi is gonna be a lot of stupid subs for sure.
It's gonna
Because
be cautious.
Lukaku is out. They're not gonna want to lose Zico for going into Bayern game unless he wants to sacrifice the Champions League for the league. But I think he's also in a predicament. So I don't know.
Let's see. And they suck at playing every 3 games, so every 3 days. So
Yeah.
anyway, let's see.
Okay.
Forza Milan, guys, and
Forza.
have a good night.
Yep.
Ciao.
Ciao.